Okay, I technically should be streaming to Twitch as well. We're about to find out. Twitch. Oh, not X. What are we doing? Twitch.tv/me. Twitch.tv/me. As I figured, it says I'm playing Dark Souls 2 on Twitch. No, I'm not. No, I am not. Stream manager. Here we go. Edit stream info. God bless. Bloodborne PC Remaster. Day 2. Bloodborne. Let's change category. Also, hello anyone who is joining. It's early. I know. It's crazy. Stream info updated successfully. Nice. Love it. Maybe. Let's see. I think I have a combined. Oh my god, I have a combined chat. Oh my god. Bara, Elijah, Unest, Xreal, Carly. I think I'm gonna say all of these wrong. Time to Game, Bloodborne, Shad PS4. Yes, love it. I don't know why the stream thumbnail looks like a T-posing One Reborn. Yeah, I got a random image. I got a random image of One Reborn off the internet. I was like, fuck, I need a quick thumbnail. I need a quick thumbnail. Bloodborne 2025? Hey man, we hope. We fucking hope, man. This is the 10th anniversary coming up in March, I think. And if they don't do anything in March, then like we're fucked. Also, this is an earlier stream, and this means Trivia will watch the whole stream, and she can watch the whole stream now and then totally control everyone. And she has unlimited authority and power. Oh, I need to post my links. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Stick with me for a second. Hold on. I need the link. Streaming is all about posting fucking links. It sucks. Okay, so let's hit One Reborn live on both platforms. Playing Bloodborne PC. Links below. Aha, yes. Okay, so link below. YouTube being one. Boom, done. And then twitch.tv/FromSoftware being the other link. And yes, I talk while I'm doing things, so I do it better. Yes. Okay, let me go to my Discord, which I am woefully behind on notifications. 13 notifications. So fuck me. I'm very bad at streaming. I'm very bad at live now. Playing more blood. Hopefully everyone is doing swell. I'm testing out an earlier stream time. Let me know. Plan to stream for like 3 hours. 4 hours, 3 hours. PC. YouTube. Okay, let's get the YouTube link again. Echo. Oh, I know why. Sorry. That's because I opened up Twitch. That's totally my bad. Echo should be gone. That was my desktop audio. Oops. I was trying to post the link. Okay, so that's YouTube, Twitch. Forgot to mute the Twitch tab I opened. Oops. I will be closing that very soon, I promise. Okay. Boom. Okay. Now I can... Yeah, much better. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. Unmodded. Let's get rid of Twitch, because now... oh my god. Oh, I got chinchiladas. followed me. Look at that. Oh shit. I've watched her streams. Crazy. Yeah, I'm live on, by the way, YouTube. I'm live on Twitch as well. I know some people on YouTube prefer to watch streams on Twitch. Technically, I do as well. So if you want to watch on Twitch, you can. And yeah, have fun with that. An effect in your voice, mate. Uh-oh. Well, it should be gone. I closed Twitch. So I'm multi-streaming a different way this time. Oh. Oh. I think Shad PS4 crashed. Okay, I'm moving to Twitch. Yeah. Remaster project works with the new light build? Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. Yeah, we have point lights back. Sick. Okay, let me know if we have the stream back watching actually something. Yes, I believe we do. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, this is a new build, yeah. This is the super build that fixes the point lights. Okay, so let me close that. Move my game over so I can see my... Oh, we got chinchuladas up in the house here. And when I hover over, it says Chinch 71 book cheese. Don't know why that is. Don't know. Okay, we have Godzilla. We have Steako. I'm literally gonna just demolish all the names. Do you use Intel or AMD CPU? I use a AMD Ryzen 7 5700X. So nothing like too insane, you know. I upgraded from a 3600, so you know that was nicer. Chad PS4, you are correct. But yeah, we're using a new build. It's like the third or fourth version of this separate build that fixes the point lights. And it's pretty sick nasty. I'm back. Hello from Twitch. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm on Twitch if anyone wants to go over there. Same name. Because I know some people just prefer Twitch. And I do too, to be honest with you. I think it's a more community-oriented streaming platform for sure. Also, the stream quality for multi-stream should be better today. Because I switched over to item multi-streaming. And Vertical Mammal followed the channel. Thank you. What's up, Jorks? Escape the ad mines? Yeah, sorry, chinchuladas. Sorry. The ad mines are wild. I know. I think I set my Twitch ads to, like, low. I want to say. Lighting fix is not integrated into main. Yeah, it is not. That is true. That is, it's still its own separate build. Stoked on the progress lately. I know, right? Cheap viewers. Hey, damn it. Oh. Okay, let me make sure I'm picking the right one here. Ban user. Boom. Done. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Don't be... Does the lighting fix still break other games? I think it does, yeah. Yeah, that's why it's in its own build currently, because it's breaking some shit. Which for me, personally, I've never used Chad PS4 for anything else but Bloodborne, so... Hey, switched over to Twitch. Nice. Yeah, everyone can switch over to Twitch if they want. The nice thing with co-streaming, or multi-streaming to YouTube, because YouTube's the main platform, obviously, is that YouTube... Oh, shit, my ass. Okay, well, textures are a little goofy. Oh, God, okay. All right, let's go back to the Hunter's Dream. That's weird. Is your resolution fix breaking the sound? What? Oh, I don't have any resolution fix or anything. I'm using the default resolution for Bloodborne, so I'm not using 900p, I'm not using 720p. Yeah, there was a rave going on there for a second. Yeah, oh no, so the person who got banned was posting a spam link. Trying to say, do you want extra viewers? Basically bullshit. So don't worry about that. That happens to basically every stream. Also, I used to get someone on Twitch every stream that would basically say, hey, wow, I really like your stream. And live now. And then they would just go, I have layouts and I design layouts. Yeah. Please remove mouse cursor. See, now I'm going to keep the mouse cursor on there forever. You can add filters to auto block messages like that. Yeah, I know. I'm so bad at streaming. I haven't set up like anything. I've been streaming for a while. I just, I don't stream terribly often, so I haven't really invested in sort of like any emotes or a bot or basically anything. I have people linking specific builds and link in GitHub pages. I do not understand what this GitHub links. If so, where can I get it? Oh, God. Yeah, so we don't talk about that. You have to have an actual legal copy of Bloodborne. Yeah. I know it looks great, right? Yeah, I did remove the baked lighting from Hunter Stream. It didn't change it massively or anything, but is a full run of the game possible? I mean, technically that's been possible for at least a couple weeks. It's just there's going to be like vertex explosions here and there. There's some crashing, obviously. So, I know, it works as a pride mark, right? Thank you for all the follows on Twitch, by the way. Yeah, anyone can watch on Twitch if you want. I like Twitch because you can raid. And on YouTube, they just don't, it's not really like community minded. It kind of sucks. Also, I'll try to get to every chat, but unlikely that I do. Since I have two streams going on, double, chats. Yeah, I know, game looks pretty, right? I released a new version of the remaster mod recently. Will you remaster the graphics too? Oh yeah, I've already been working on that. Removing baked lighting, upgraded textures for all of the base game except for Canehurst, dynamic shadows. Oh yeah, I need to go to Yarhar Ghul. Nope, wrong headstone. Yeah, vertex explosions. Not as far as I know. I don't get as many of them anymore, as far as I know. I have not gotten many recently. I don't know why. I'm just using the most recent build. Whoever is asking about the GitHub link, so that's where you can download the most recent build of the emulator. Basically, every time they do a pull request on like an update, well, okay, there's some vertex explosions. Oh, shit. Will the remaster take much time to be completed? Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any like end point, but I'm making pretty good progress on it. I call it like a remaster project because obviously it's like an amateur one. So, oh, you don't like GitHub? GitHub's really good for collaboration though. At first I was completely confused by GitHub, and I still get lost every once in a while. Can't imagine how stressful it's been working on this. Not a lot, because I'm not doing the hard work. The hard work is the emulator developers. Yeah, I jinxed it. They're actually the ones doing the real work. I'm just kind of doing my goofy Souls modding that I've been doing for like over a year now. So like I'm used to doing this kind of stuff. So it's better than nothing. Yeah, I still think Sony is going to do something at some point because they like money. So presumably like the 10th anniversary is coming up. And if they don't do anything for the 10th anniversary, I think that's the only time I might lose hope. Yeah, that sky. Also, because now we can have particle effects on. I mean, not particle effects, but the SFX folders. Now we get the light shafts back. It's really sick. Also, yes, I am playing at 30 FPS. Fuck. Ow. Oh, I need my HUD on. Hold on. Shit in my ass. Okay. Sorry. My bet's on Blue Point. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people might be upset with like if Blue Point did it because of course they would change stuff artistically, and there's definitely examples in the remake of Demon Souls that I was not happy with. But oh god, vertex explosion. I think it's definitely worse when I'm streaming. I mean, obviously it's CPU. God, fuck. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that I can't imagine them doing nothing. because I do think they love Bloodborne. I think they don't talk about it at this point because it is awkward. And if they talk about it, then they're going to get a lot of shit if they don't announce something. And like, I think it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't, unfortunately for them. Like, I guess I shouldn't say unfortunately for them because they should have done something a lot earlier, personally. Oh yeah, the DES remake is great. Yeah, I personally think the Demon Souls remake is pretty sick, actually. I do think it's a shame that their outlook, like when they started the project, apparently, because there were some leaked documents of like their design documents. Ah, shit. Oh, it doesn't open from the side. Where they basically were like, yeah, we're targeting like Dark Souls 3 as an aesthetic for the remake for Demon Souls. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I get that that was their most current like thing to look at, just like the Dark Souls remastered. That was kind of their thing to look at because that was the most recent Souls game. But I think that, yeah, it's not loading the map piece here, which is great. I can't see now; it's really confusing. I think it's a shame because you should respect Demon Souls on its own, and like use the Demon Souls aesthetic. And they did, obviously, in a lot of parts, but there's certainly Boletaria. They went completely different, and they had a good reason for that, because they were like, yeah, Boletaria is pretty flat. And it is. It was pretty just blocky, right? So they were like, yeah, well, we need to do PS5 level fidelity. And so Boletaria as a flat Eastern European style castle stuff, like, doesn't really let us flex our design muscles. And like, I get that. But, I think they strayed a little bit too far in some places. The OST being one part where they should have had a toggle for the original soundtrack. Because obviously the upgraded soundtrack or the newer one, like obviously it was more orchestral, it sounded better, but it also lost, I think, some of the personality. Maiden Astrea, oh my god, like I do not like what they did to that OST. They completely changed the tone of it, and they made it like this grand OST when it was very specifically meant to be stripped back, Yeah, I think Demon Souls Remake is great, and I think it's obviously the best way to play Demon Souls. So, and it's also, that's the crazy thing, is like, it's been 4 years since Demon Souls Remake, and I'd argue it's still the best looking game of all time. Like, should I do Vicar Amelia or Yarhar Ghul first? I would assume Yarhar Ghul, right? Chat, correct me if I'm, or no, I mean Vicar Amelia, I'm streamer brain. Yeah, Vicar Amelia, I think, would be the step there. Although, if you don't kill Vicar Amelia, you get, like, a different aesthetic, right? Because it puts the game forward a little bit. I'm not playing well because I'm streaming, and it's hard to fuck, okay, shit. Yeah, I think Wukong is definitely in the discussion for best-looking game. I think the only thing about Wukong is that, and it's probably just because I've been watching streams of it, so if I played it for myself, it'd look better. It's that it's probably just with streaming. The encoders for streaming do not like Wukong. Yeah, Bluepoint, their specialty is certainly in technical proficiency. They're amazing at that. But art direction, yeah, they just didn't quite hit the mark in some of the areas. I think a lot of them, they actually did a great job. And they get shit for the things that they did change, but no one gives them really any sort of approval for the 95% of things they didn't change with Demon Souls. And that includes janky ass fucking bosses and AI that kind of sucks. And like, there's a lot of things that in hindsight they could have changed, and I'm glad that they didn't, personally. But I think they just don't get enough credit for not changing that. They get shit on for the specific things that we don't like, which I have criticized them for, but I think we should be a little bit more mature about how we talk. Damn it. Yarhar Ghul's having a rough go. Nothing beats Cyberpunk? Yeah, I mean, that's true. Cyberpunk I loved. Yeah. Finally made it to a stream. What's up, Rad Beetle? Yeah, for anyone watching on YouTube, because that's where most of my people are. You can watch on Twitch if you would like. That is an option. Also, it's cold in my room. I'm going to close my window. Hold on a second. Twitch sucks? Well, I mean, okay. I don't know about that. I think they're fine. I like YouTube and Twitch. I don't know. I think Twitch is obviously is just the more live stream focused, right? Because that's what it is. We need a DS2 remake to make the game good. Oh, I disagree with that. I think DS2 is already good, so. I love DS2. And a remake is not possible for DS2 IMO. Which build are you on? I'm on the Scissor Rex one that fixes the lighting. Much love, man. Appreciate all the work. Hey, I mean, I will say the real work's being done by the emulator developers. I'm just doing modding stuff on top of it. So all my work is impossible without the emulator developers. Love that your chat overlay shows both Twitch and YouTube. Oh, does it? I forgot I did that. So for clarification, I haven't messed with emulators before. We need a physical copy of Bloodborne. That is true. I mean, yeah, you dump it, basically. I tried the Demon Souls remake and didn't like it. Was that because you didn't like Demon Souls, or is it because you liked the original and you didn't like what they changed with it? Both valid. Demon Souls, I think, is a very rough around the edges game. We need Dark Souls 2 too. Actually, we already have that. It's called Elden Ring. Yeah, we have Elden Ring, which is basically everything Dark Souls 2 ever wanted to be, but could not achieve in the time. Because sadly, Dark Souls 2 would be I think would be a different experience had it launched on PS4 and Xbox One. And sadly, it had to shove onto PS3 and 360, and that they had to cut down quite a bit. DS2 looks really empty. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of rooms that are empty, and it was a tough development cycle. It was very, very rough behind the scenes. Thoughts on Bloodborne, the board game? Wait, there's a board game? I couldn't deal with the endless mobs and crap hitbox in DS2. Yeah, I mean, it does have a decent chunk of enemies. I think it's their behavior. They don't leash as quick as the other games. The combat is more deliberate, and I don't really like the combat feel of Dark Souls 2 terribly. But yeah, Elden Ring basically succeeded in every way that Dark Souls 2, didn't in what it tried. Like, Dark Souls 2 was originally envisioned as more of an open world style thing, and they obviously had to cut back massively. Oh shit. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, they basically had to sew together the areas that they had made in Dark Souls 2. And so that's kind of why the base game is the way it is, which I actually think made it... People call this, like, copium or whatever, but I actually think the sort of sewn together mishmash that the base game of DS2 is actually one of the things I love, because I love how varied it is. So many of the areas just look completely fucking different. It's pretty fantastic. And I really enjoy when I replay it. Oh, fuck. Uh-oh, I may have broke the emulator. Fuck. Maybe we can't do Yarhargul. I don't know. I may have broken the emulator. Nope, I'm back. DS2 is great. I love DS2. I've been watching Lisa Wallen, which I think is Weasel Allen is her name on Twitch. She's a stand-up comedian, by the way. You guys should all follow her. She's fantastic. She's been playing DS2 for the first time because she was one of the many people who were told that, oh, you should skip that. And then she played it, and now she's, I think, she's almost to the first DLC. And she's like, damn, this shit is awesome. This is like, yeah, there's issues, but all of the games. That's the funny thing, is that I think I'm in a unique position to say that, in that I've modded Dark Souls 1 for like over 1,500 hours, right? And Dark Souls 1 gets so much more of a pass for jankiness than Dark Souls 2 does. And I don't think it's fair. I still think Dark Souls 1 is a better game overall, in my personal opinion. But I think it gets way more of a pass than Dark Souls 2 does for fucking jankiness. Because Dark Souls 1 is janky as fuck, and people just kind of look past it. But Dark Souls 2 does have combat feel I don't particularly love versus the 1 or 3. I think the base game bosses, a lot of them are kind of eh, but for me, it's really the atmosphere, the lore, the NPCs, the hub world is amazing, and Fashion Souls is unbelievable in Dark Souls 2. Build variety is unbelievable. I think it's a funny game. I think it's just so quirky, and they tried a lot of things that never came back in the series that should have. Like they were just trying shit, and Lisa, she was going through Dragon Eerie last night, and the way that works in Scholar, where it's like a trial by combat and they all bow to you, like, dude, that shit is fucking awesome. I love that. And then they had fucking zip lines, like, so Dark Souls 1, I love the first half of Dark Souls 1 a lot. I think the second half, while still great, is a lot less fun for me. Yo, happy stream, mate. What's up, Kazoo? I think the blood shader. Yes, I'm black because it's how the blood gets touched the actual like character models and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah. So they'll work on that. No biggie. Because even they look kind of weird and wet and wet and moist. Yeah. Second half of DS1 is just not nearly as enjoyable for me. And that's obviously not like a hot take or anything. It's because obviously they were rushed and development was really difficult, and it's kind of a common thing with FromSoft. Because obviously in Demon Souls, the 6th Archstone, that was cut content. They ran out of time on that. So like, I think Bloodborne is one where like it feels more. Oh, by the way, guys. Hey, fucking leash, homie. Are you kidding? Okay, well. It is possible to beat the game on the... Dude, no fucking way. What kind of fucking... Oh, God, I'm backed into a corner. This is actually really... Dude, you need a fucking leash. Ain't no way you're running all the way over here. I've never seen you go this far. But then again, I don't remember. So, Okay, well, fuck off. Like... Okay, that was a one-hit kill. Jesus Christ. Is this emulated or remade with DS2? Oh, this is... Shh. This is native Bloodborne for sure, definitely. I don't know if Twitch still has a rule against running on an emulator. YouTube doesn't care. Yeah, Bloodborne as a first Souls game, fucking awesome. Yeah, let me go to the other lamp. There's DLC and PC version? You mean a Bloodborne? Yeah, I mean, there's the old hunters. Yeah, blood on surfaces and characters is still kind of a little wonky. Is it possible to play above 60 with... I think so. I want to say so. I haven't, because I technically have a 60 hertz screen. I don't have a high refresh rate monitor anymore. I personally am really okay with 60 FPS. Yeah, Sekiro's so good. That's goated. Sekiro, I think Sekiro is the closest to their perfect game. Oh, what's up, Pulu? Didn't see that till now. Yeah, I think Sekiro is the closest to their perfect game. It's not my favorite. I mean, obviously all of them are like 10 out of 10s for me. But I think Sekiro is their most like focused and perfect for what it wanted to be, and just, oh, it's so good. What Shad PS4 build are you on? I'm on the latest Scissor Rex specific BB lighting fix build that allows us to have point lights back and particle effects. Well, not particle effects. Fuck, dude, I'm playing like absolute fucking dog shit. It's God, it's hard to play and stream at the same time. I don't know how streamers do it. Yeah, so we don't technically have like the particle effects, mostly. Partially, but we have the illumination from said particle. No fucking way you shot me. By the way, your bullet went through the fucking floor. I don't buy that. Oh wait, I meant to go to the other one. Oh, have I not unlocked the shortcut, by the way? Hey, Trivia's here. Yeah, Sekiro keeps winning. Sekiro's so fucking good. It's not my favorite one to replay, but it's fucking awesome. Oh, yeah, I don't think I unlocked this yet. I've been running to One Reborn. Oh, fuck my ass. Does Bloodborne feel more complete than DS1? Yes. Yeah, I think Bloodborne was absolutely more finished than... I mean, fuck. Vertex explosion. Shit. Fuck. Ow. Okay. Ow. Ow. I can't see where I'm going. Ow. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay. Ow. Oh, I fell. Yeah, it's a lot more complete than I think DS1. DS1, the second half is pretty not like the first half, and I think it shows. Obviously, like Izalith is your biggest example. Dude, the story of Bloodborne is so sick. It gets all like fucking galactic. Yeah, Bloodborne is I think is their... Okay, so my listing is it's complicated because I think Bloodborne is their best. I think Elden Ring is their most impressive. I think Dark Souls 1 is my overall favorite, and it's because it was my first. So like, it's hard not to just have, you know, complete love for that because it changed my life. And Dark Souls 2, I think, is the most like quirky and inventive in terms of like what it tried to do and all this weird shit it put in there. And Dark Souls 2 is one of the most fun to replay for me because there's so much build variety, and I love the areas, and I love how I like the feel of it. I don't like the combat feel, but I can get past that, you know. So let's go back to Hunter's Dream. Let's go to the second lamp. Yeah, oh good. That's a great question, 10. So this character is actually one I have played from the beginning through the emulator of different builds of it. So yeah, this is an actual character and not like a save editor. How often does the game crash now? It crashes less often. There's definitely less memory leaks, but every once in a while it will just shit the bed. I need to actually make tea. Oh, that's a good idea. I love it. Yeah, I think Bloodborne has the most unique aesthetic out of any of their games, and I think it's still unmatched today. Like, just being in Yarhargul and then being in Burger Town, and like Bloodborne was probably their weirdest, but I love it. It's so good. Yeah, Sekiro is my favorite gameplay, but I find the worlds of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring way more compelling. I totally agree with that. I think Sekiro, yeah, the actual like world is a lot more one note for me in Sekiro. Like, it is Ashina, and that's great, but it's Ashina. Now, I mean, there is the Divine Realm, which is pretty cool, but mostly it's, well, and Harada's pretty cool. But mostly it's definitely more cohesive, where, yeah, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, you get a lot more variety, and I love it. And I'm also, yeah, much more into, like, medieval fantasy in general, but Sekiro, the gameplay is unbelievably sort of, what word am I trying to think of? Satisfying. The combat in Sekiro is fucking awesome. Can you show us how later areas work? I mean, Yarhargul is a later... Oh, I was also doing the DLC last time I was playing Bloodborne, because I gave up on One Reborn for a little while. I need to lock in. I'm not focusing very well right now, and I freely admit that. It's so hard to stream and play at the same time, because I know by... Fuck. Yeah, I'm playing. I promise I play like 50% better when I'm not streaming. Because I know when I'm playing and not looking at chat, I'm just going to miss a bunch of chats, and I don't like that. But okay, I'm going to run to One Reborn because I'm having Vertex explode. Oh shit! Oh god, the world's crumbling. Are you part of the developer team? No, absolutely not. I am not cool enough or smart enough to be on that developer team. They're the coolest people, and they're the real heroes. I'm just doing my modding on top of it and modding the files in Smithbox or DS Map Studio. Fuck. Oh god, I don't think they loaded the guys. Oh please, emulator, don't crash. You know you want to keep loading. I think it crashed. Oh no, we're still there. We're still there. We're still going. It's not great though. I don't think it loaded the enemies. Alright, we're back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it didn't load the enemies. It didn't load them, I can tell. Yeah, it's definitely worse when streaming. I didn't have as many issues with Yarhargul when I was not streaming. Yeah, the emulator developers are the real people. I honestly disagree that Bloodborne has more variety than Sekiro. I mean, that's okay. I'm alright with that. I think... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty easy one. Like, I don't know. I feel like Sekiro is fantastic, but like, it's obviously much more focused on like a style of historical fiction, right? And I think Bloodborne gets fucking weird with it. And Yarhargul versus Central Yarnum versus Burger Town versus Hunter's Nightmare, Fishing Hamlet, like, I don't know, like, I think that's a lot more variety than Sekiro. But, you know, that's just me. I'm okay if, you know. Yeah, accurate PS4 frame rate, yeah. Okay, I gotta make sure to drink more water. Thank you for the follow, Onessa? Onis? Oh, fuck my ass. Okay, there they are. Alright, we got our Kirk hammer, and we're running. And we're running. And we're running. We're running. No, stop asking if the game can be beaten fully. It still needs time. Yeah, I mean, I would... yeah, it's... technically, yes. Like, it can, but... yeah, I need a bot for, like, the repeat questions. I know it's not people's fault because they don't know that it's been asked before, but yeah, like, that's the pretty common one. Yeah, it totally can. Oh, fuck me. You barfed right away. I thought you'd wait a little bit for the barf. Hey, at least I can see the particle effects now. That's pretty sick. Oh, maybe I need some sound. I know you guys can hear it, but I can't hear it. I turned up my sound. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm not going to get hit by his fucking whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. I gotta lock in. Fuck me. Okay, I'm gonna lock in, chat. Check it out. Well, okay. The running attack on the Kirk hammer sucks ass. Sucks balls. Sucks all things. Like, it's such a shit ass running attack. Fucking... all I do is I nudge him. Like, what fucking run attack is that? What are we doing? What are we doing, Miyazaki? What are we doing? Did the Blood Moon after ROM crash? I'm not sure I've done it on the 60 FPS, actually. That's a good question. I don't tend to play on the 60 FPS that much. Mostly just because I want... my first goal is, like, I'm okay just having an authentic Bloodborne experience. And personally, I kind of like 30 FPS with Bloodborne. Most of the time, obviously when it's, like, super stable, I'll play it in 60 FPS most of the time. Don't get me wrong, but... I actually like the 30 FPS. I don't hate it like other people. Some people do. They go, "Oh my god, it's unplayable," and I go, "Well, I disagree." Like, and you know, it's all about your tolerance for like motion blur and whatnot. But I've actually found it to be. Oh fuck my ass. Oh, I thought he was barfing. Oh, I was pretty sure he was barfing. Okay, we gotta keep moving. I remember that. Gotta keep moving. Ooh, yep. We got the barfs going. Damn, I do not do much damage to you. Yeah, I'm asking my computer to do a lot of things right now, and it is not liking it. If I turned off the particle effects, it would be better, admittedly. Ugh! Think of it as a challenge mode. Sir, do you know Shitty Dark Souls, the subreddit? I don't really get on Reddit that much, if I'm honest. I really don't. Not that I have a specific problem with Reddit, I just kind of got off of it. I don't know. I'm mostly on Twitter, which has its own issues. Like, Twitter's fucking awful. But my Twitter's actually not bad. I know a lot of people have really shit-ass Twitters, but like their For You page, but I don't know. I've done a lot of work to block a lot of people, and so I like my Twitter. I like how this is so Duke's Dear Freya coded. Fuck. Although they were co-developed at the same time, so I don't really know that they have any overlap. Fuck, dude, they're that quick with the barf piles? I don't know about that. Yeah, it's not a port. Yeah, it's just emulation. Yeah, people call it a port because I think it's easier to say that. I don't know. Yeah, it's just emulation. Oh, you bitch. I might not do enough damage for One Reborn. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I gotta get my Kirk hammer up a little bit because this damage is pretty bad. I think I'll go back to my. Ooh. I will say, One Reborn is one of the few Bloodborne bosses I just don't really like. I think it kind of sucks. It's just a big guy swiping at you, and he has two sides and a bunch of feet, and I don't know. Just from a design perspective, I've never found One Reborn to be interesting. I think it just kind of, like... I get that it's a Tower Knight callback, which I think is cool. But beyond that... Oh, okay. I forgot about the big blast. Twitter itself, it's brain rot, bro. Well, I think it depends on the people you follow on Twitter, right? Like, I just block people that are shitty and racist, right? And awful. I don't know, like... I think a lot of social media platforms are what you make it. I do think Twitter, obviously, with its Elon changes, has, you know, they've not been changes for the good. But I have to admit, it's still my favorite platform for interacting with people. I guess beyond YouTube, because obviously, like, fuck you, One Reborn. Yeah, I like a right-wing hellscape. I feel like the right-wing people have always been on Twitter. It's just the moderation of said behavior is different. And so I think they're allowed to be a little, you know, like shittier currently, and that sucks. But I also don't really interact with that. So, you know, like you can find a lot of really awful stuff on Reddit. So, I don't know. I feel like your Reddit could be fucking awful if you wanted your Reddit to be awful. But my Reddit, I focused on the subreddits I really liked that were cool and nice. And I didn't go to the shitty ones. So I think that's part of it. Because Reddit is straight propaganda. Yeah. I mean, once again, I think with Reddit, it depends on where you go. Like, if you go to R Conservative, like, sure, you're probably going to see some shitty stuff. But I don't know. I just went to R Gaming, and, well, sometimes that was crappy. Also, yeah, like, we don't, I think, so there's a difference between, not that we don't, once again, we don't need to get into political stuff. I think this is pretty surface level, where, oh, I need blood vials. Like, it's okay to be divided in terms of, like, not agreeing, because, yeah, you're not always going to agree on stuff. I think when you get into, like, sexism and racism and, you know, form of bigotry and whatnot, like, that's not cool. Depending on the platform. Of course, on Twitter, it's more okay now. Tomb Prospectors on Reddit? Oh, cool. Does Persona 3 Reload work with the simulator? I don't know. So I think you can disagree about, like, a lot of things. I think that's okay. That's normal. Like, I disagree about immigration policy. I disagree about tax policy. Like, I don't know. I think that's all pretty normal. Like, I think the corporate tax rate should be 25% or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know. That stuff I'm totally, like, healthcare policy. I think there's a lot of room for different opinions on healthcare policy. I think it's whenever you get into, like, I think these people are all bad, and I think gay people are awful. You know, like, once you get into bigotry, it's like, okay, all right. Now, that's one where we should all agree that, like, hey, that shit sucks. So, I don't know. I get so many ads on mobile, it's actually comical. Oh, like on YouTube? Or wait, are you watching Twitch? Which one are you on? Oh, okay, that's a YouTube chat from Trivia. So YouTube, that's the other thing about YouTube and Twitch. YouTube, I don't know if you subscribe, or if you pay for the channel membership, does that remove ads on the channel for you? Because I don't think so. Oh, Luna got some tea. Nice. Is the hammer good? More and more I'm thinking no. Not that I detest Bloodborne, but when is the next part of DS2 Bearer? Oh yeah, that should be the next stream. I think I'll alternate. I'll do DS2, Bloodborne, DS2, Bloodborne. Maybe throw in a DS1 stream for fun. You need YouTube Premium. That's the only way around. Fuck. See, that's what I like about Twitch, that you can just personally sub to someone and then boom, you don't have ads. Like, I think that's cool. I was testing resolution patches and your texture upscale mod, and they all seem to make parts of the map disappear. Yeah, I'm assuming, because I've had it happen without my texture upscaling. So I was like, it might be an emulator thing, but I do know the texture upscaling obviously is going to increase the amount of memory that the app is taking up. And so Bloodborne might have a certain behavior of like, well, fuck that, we're not going to load that map piece. I don't know. Is this mod good, chat? That's the real question. Drinder, Lord of Semen and Testicle. Jesus Christ. they allow that username? I guess, like, that's not... like, I don't know, I guess that's just funny, I guess. It doesn't deal serrated damage. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess more so I'm kind of not liking the Kirk hammer. Yeah, Lord of Semen and Testicle. Yeah, trivia on Twitch, I would absolutely gift you a sub. But YouTube, yeah, that sucks. Twitch is a lot cooler because I think it's community-minded. You can gift subs. It just feels a lot more homey. And YouTube is just a lot more like, I'm in my own little island and I'm streaming. And then there's no other way of... You can't really raid. You can, like, leave a link to a thing and, like, I don't know. I appreciate the work you're doing for the emulator and the modding community. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing my little work on... Oh yeah, I was trying to see if I can get some... Do I have any... I don't have any things to pop. I guess I gotta go to Central Yarnum. I gotta do a quick blood vial farming. And... see, the funny thing is I've never used the cum dungeon. What the hell is Trico? Yeah, what is... Yeah. I think the problem is that people expected Trico to know exactly what you want him to do. Yeah, what is Trico? Expected Trico to know exactly what you want him to do. I don't know what Trico is. I don't know what that is. Oh, cum dungeon? Do you know? Oh, have you not been told about the cum dungeon? Yeah, what's Trico? Oh, is the project name for Last Guardian? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, if you've not been told about the cum dungeon. Okay, who here in chat has not been told about the cum dungeon? Raise your hand. Let me get a sip of water. Oh, bird thingy. Bird dog thingy? Oh, okay. I haven't played that yet. Yeah, there's a specific chalice dungeon. Yeah, it's the cum PFK. Yeah, you enter it, and so people called it the cum dungeon. And basically, right as you get close to the door, something dies and gives you like 70,000 blood echoes. And then I think you can put a rune on that actually like boosts that up to 100,000. So it's an easy way to get a bunch of blood echoes. It's not really meant to be a thing, but like it never got patched out, obviously, and so you can just load up. And so the other thing, you can shorten it to cumgen. So you could just use the cumgen to get a bunch of blood echoes and then just fucking buy blood vials. So it's pretty hilarious. Oh, it's 96,000. Okay, with moons. It's fucking hilarious, and I love that FromSoft just doesn't patch out certain things. And so anytime you just gotta go fear the cum dungeon, go in it. Was it artificially made? I thought it had something to do with like the name that you type in. Because is it only... Because do you need to be online to access that specific CUMMPFK, or is there... I can't remember. I thought it was something that was sort of like... I don't know. I've never used it. I've just seen people in streams use it. Yeah, I actually think it's kind of cool that the chalice dungeons, which can be kind of a slog. I've never done all of the chalice dungeons. I think it was cool as sort of a vehicle for like, well, here's where we can put all our cut content. And they basically were just like, they're not finished. A lot of the bosses are not completely finished, and like, I thought it was just kind of a cool way to do it. Also, it's a nice way of like, here's more content, and you know, there's some issues with that obviously, but man, Central Yarnum not running so hot. I probably should remove my texture portion of the mod for streaming. We even have a chalice dungeon with cut content. Yeah, there you can get a lot of really cool shit. I have still not picked up any blood vials. It's unbelievable. I need you guys to poop out some blood vials. Also, the emulator's kind of running not great here. Usually Central Yarnum's great. I probably should remove my SFX folder again, just for better frame rate. I did alter the shadow color here, because the dynamic shadows by default were too dark, so I was able to modify those. Yeah, there's a lot of cool shit below. It's the Thumerians, right? Okay, well, I missed that. Okay. God, frame rate is not doing great. Oh, I don't have any bullets. Well, or no, I do. Oh, okay, I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. So there's something with the build that is supposed to be showing the SFX, and it's not displaying the item pickup one. But I feel like the first build of this light fix one did. So like, I don't know. It may have broken on one of them. Ooh. Yeah, our frame rate is not doing great. Ooh, maybe I'll go down to 720p, because like y'all are hitting video encoding shit anyway. I don't think you'll notice that much of a difference. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck. Okay, hold on. It's cursed. Yeah, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to remove my SFX folder again, just because it's not running great. So old. Okay, let's try that and see if we get a better frame rate, because that was not terribly playable. Let's try that again. Also, how's the game sound? I lowered game sound a bit, but I may have lowered it too low. Can you hear when I like... Oh yeah, this is running a lot better. It's pretty okay? Yeah. Can you guys hear this? Nice. I'll move the cursor. God bless FromSoftware. Yeah, I mean, you know, I appreciate that. In the year of our Lord, 2024. Oh, okay, I gotta click back in. Yeah, good levels. Nice. I lucked out. I did that completely on accident. I guess the stream quality must be pretty okay. Item, AITUM, turns out pretty good for multi-streaming. Who knew? Because the last stream I did multi-streaming was kind of hot fucking dog shit. It was real bad. When I played the VOD, I was like, God, this shit looks awful. So what would FromSoftware ice cream taste like? It's a good question. It'd have to be FromSoftware themed. Hey, whoa, you didn't drop blood vials, my guy? That's weird. I don't know about that. Looks gorgeous on it. Oh, fantastic. I'm only doing the 6,000. It's kind of annoying because I have to stream to Twitch, or I'm streaming to YouTube first, then it takes that same stream and it piggybacks it over to Twitch. So I'm using 6,000K bit rate instead of on YouTube. Technically, I could use like a higher 10,000. So like I'm losing a little bit, but it's fine as long as it looks decent. I'm okay. Last stream was kind of shitty because I had set Dark Souls 2 obviously to run at 60 FPS. Normally, like that's, you know, that's what it runs at by default. Fuck. But the actual stream looked like 30 FPS. It's weird. Uh-oh, what did Vertical Man? The flavor is called Poison Swamp, but it's chocolate mint. Ooh. FromSoftware's got to be like, write this down. Although they're not as good at branding, but I think Bandai Namco would do something. I think FromSoftware, they might be self-publishing their next game. Do you know why the latest build is breaking sound for me? Ooh, really? No, I don't know. I do think we'll get an official announcement from Sony at some point. I still don't know when. I can't imagine they don't do it. It was 11 years for Demon's Souls between release and remake, so like, that's the only thing we really have to go by, right? I just don't think there's a world where Sony doesn't touch Bloodborne again. You know, I will lose hope, certainly, if we get past the 10th anniversary and all they did was like a social media post. Like, yeah, like, I'll worry there. I'll start to worry a little bit. Because I'll be like, fuck, man, y'all. Because, like, the 10th anniversary is super soon, so they need to announce something. Oh, also, let me respond to a text real quick. So if I die, I die. So talk amongst yourselves, chat. Okay. Okay, I'm back. No, it's not freeze. Sorry. I was replying to a text. Very important text. Streamer is AFK. Yeah, just for a bit. Just for a bit. I had a text to reply to. You know how it is. You know how it is, chat. I'm gonna run. Oh, I'm supposed to be blood vial farming, and I have absolutely not been blood vial farming. Was Bloodborne released in 2015? Yes, yes it was. March 2015, I guess. Is she hot? Yes, I actually can confirm that she is hot. Very hot. Gorgeous, I would say. All right. Can you? Oh, thank God he dropped a fucking blood vial. Are you kidding me right now? All right. I'm gonna parry this guy's bitch ass, just so you know. She is hot, and she also plays Bloodborne, so pretty good combo, I would say. Texting baddies midstream, what a king! I know she is a baddie, actually. She's pretty awesome. Okay. All right. Hey, bitch. You gotta multitask. Although that was not multitasking at all. That was actually completely not doing one thing and then doing something else. Is it your mom? Oh, never change trivia. No, it's not my mom. Nuh-uh. Nah. It is monotasking, 100%. Yeah, that was the opposite of multitasking. I had to pick up my phone and not do something else. I'm actually not good at multitasking at all. Very bad, but yeah, she's very cool, so I wanted, I wanted to reply. Counting money in front of the poor. I'm counting the big bucks, I know. I'm counting the cat. You know what was funny for the last stream? I had the YouTube, with the multi-stream I had set up back then, which I say back then as if it was like 6 years ago. It's just like 3 days ago. I had ads turned off on YouTube. This time I have it fixed. I'm sorry for the ads, but like the money does actually help, so I know. Have you read the Bloodborne comics? No, I just recently was like, damn, there are Bloodborne comics? What the fuck? Oh, also, this is a good reminder, actually. I have to take my antidepressant. That's one thing I have to remember to do. So I'm going to monotask for a second and open a bottle and take it. Shout out to antidepressant, please. Okay. Shout out. Also, I need to get more coffee. That was a good rattle, right? Good excuse to drink more water. You gotta stay hydrated, guys. Yeah, big up. When do you think it'll be ready for PC? I mean, it's... depends on ready. If you mean ready by, like, it plays, like, PS4 Bloodborne with, like, no issues other than, like, kind of a frame rate that drops. Then that might be, you know... I think by the end of the year we'll have a better kind of look as to where Bloodborne on PC is going to be at, you know? I mean, the fact that we're at where we're at... oh, man, I was hoping the 6 Blood Vial guy still had it. Chad, it's time for unsolicited medical advice. Oh God, no! Let's not do that. Yeah, get me banned off YouTube or something. How dare you offer medical advice? My medical advice is I hope that you're happy, and actually go to therapy. That's a good one. You know, I don't even need to talk about medication. I think therapy is great for anybody, really. And no, by the way, I will never accept a BetterHelp sponsorship, just so you know. Fuck them. I mean, I've heard some troubling things about BetterHelp, but mostly it's because they fucking advertise out the ass, and they're everywhere. They're on my phone. I swear they're in my mailbox. They're when I wake up. They're in fucking every video of any creator ever. Everyone is sponsored by BetterHelp, and I'm like, fucking stop. Could we... oh God, they didn't load that map piece. Let me unload. Yeah, therapy. I had to find like a cheap way of doing like telehealth. They're in the wall. When you can drink and drive. Ooh, I don't know about that. They're in my refrigerator. It's a solid option. Hey, did I get my sewers now? Yeah, okay, there you go. Whoop. Ooh, I think it loaded in a map piece very late, which is funny. Oh, can I drop attack him, chat? Yes, I can. Oh, ow, I beefed it. I beefed it, chat. Oh, Dave, don't poop out your blood vial down there. Don't, you know. If something spends that much on sponsorships. Yes, Eric, 100% agree. That's actually the thing that makes me the most suspicious about them, is that they pay everybody to sponsor their product, where it's like, you know, if you had a good product, you wouldn't have to do that. You understand that, right? Like, if your product was great, word of mouth would be awesome, and I promise you would get new people all the time. But if you have to pay people to talk about you all the time, then you might suck. You're paying people to like you. Like, because I hear a lot of people who try it and then they go, damn, that shit sucked. Is this 1080p? It is. It is 1080p. I have not altered the resolution. I've had issues with the resolution patches, where I get like weird shit in the sky. Like, it's, yeah. Resolution patches have not been working great for me for the last couple weeks. Oh my God, it's a brawl down here. Oh yeah, there was that thing where you could buy to become a lord in Scotland, and it turns out it's just utter hot dog shit. That was hilarious. That was pretty funny. I enjoyed the internet that day. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. That's an interesting grift. I had not thought about that. Hey, he didn't poop out blood vials? Damn. My car keys speak to me when I drink. Well, that's not good. You gotta get those checked out. I don't know about that. Yeah, buy property on the moon. Yeah, can't you buy like a star in the sky or something? And it's like, isn't it just shit? Like, NASA's not in on that. I mean, it's not like NASA owns space either. Oh, fuck, I forgot about you. Oh, they drop armor back here. That's, oh, fuck you. Oh, I already got this armor. Shit, okay. Alright, let's drop down here, guys. Or just beef it, you know, like, that's fine too, you know. Let's just go. Excuse me, guys, I gotta grab blood vials. Fuck, I used one. Not yet. Wait, who? What are we talking about? What did Nicola say? I haven't slept in 40 hours. Should I get some sleep now? Oh, shit. Oh, please get some sleep if it's been 40 hours. I promise you my stream is not that interesting. Actually, oh, hold on. If my stream is boring enough, it will put you to sleep, which is kind of the goal at this point. I do own 1 square foot of a small underdeveloped island because of Cards Against Humanity. That is quite a sentence right there. Uh-oh, did Pig not load? Yeah, Pig didn't load. Pig didn't load. Pig did not load. We're having loading issues. Hey, I got 2 blood vials out of it, though. That's nice. Better than buying NFTs. Oh, God, yeah. NFTs are hilarious. I'm so glad they got laughed out of the world. Like, some people are still buying them, but, like, they lost so much money on them. It's great. It had to be one of the dumbest things humanity has ever come up with, and that's saying something. That's saying something. But that had to be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. How long it take before fully playable? I mean, personally, I don't actually know. Like, that's the real answer is I don't fucking know. Oh man, I'm shredding them right now. I mean, I think a 1060 even now could do 1080p 30-ish, 720p 30. I don't know. Yeah, floor set to absolutely the fuck not. Hey, look at my player shadow though. Look at him go. Oh yeah, there's all these guys down here. Oh man, it is loading some of them, and it is not loading. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Okay. I think at 1060, I think you could do something. Hey, where'd all the bodies go, by the way? Oh, okay, here they are. They're just not rendering at all. It's probably partially my texture upscales. Oop, there's a blood vial. Oop, it's like, oop, there's a piece of candy. Oh my god, I got jump scared by my own fucking shadow. Oh my god, it's like rendering a shadow based on this transparent vertex explosion. This is great. Yeah, this is kind of fucked. Yeah, I'm gonna go back this way, kill big guys. Oh, I need to get more coffee. Yeah, it could be the texture upscale. Although I'm trying to think, what's the best way of putting back the original textures without fucking up everything? Best viewers on... Fuck you. Okay. Dude, this chat thingy is really handy for banning people. I can literally just hit more and then hit ban. That's cool. That's great. It's really quick. Like, I don't even have to go into, like, is it true FromSoft lost the source code? Well, no, I mean, so, okay. I mean, a little bit of context on that. So, Sony owns it. And so, it doesn't really have anything to do with FromSoft anymore. So, Japan Studio co-developed it. And I would say no. I mean, that's just been kind of like a goofy thing that people will say to explain why it hasn't been touched again. You know? Like, no. I mean, I think they have it. I don't know why they haven't touched it, you know? I think the PS5 thing I totally get. Because at that point it was a lot later, right? It had been 5 years. God, I can't believe that's been 5 years ago. But PS4 Pro is the one that really doesn't make sense to me. No, don't you fucking crash on hitting the big guy. What the hell? No. I disagree. I take issue with that. That's random. Okay. Like, fuck you too. Like, alright. Using this mod from Nexus called Generic Mod Enabler. Yeah, that's true. I haven't tried the Generic Mod Enabler. I don't know. It's a good option. What does the generic mod... How does the generic mod enabler know... Like, if I use it after the fact, how does it know to pull the original texture files back in? Unless... Because I have a backup of the game. I could just quickly dump in, like, the original textures. For wherever I'm playing, at least. Just to see. It sets the original... Oh, okay, so I'd have to use it, like, originally. Got it. Yeah, I've already modified all my files, so, like... I'd have to, like, reset back to default, then use it. Yeah, I mean, so that's the problem. The PS4 Pro version, it isn't a PS4 Pro version. It's just running the PS4 version in boost mode. We didn't have a native version, right, for PS4 Pro. And I think that's what's weird, because why would you not want to make a PS4 Pro version of a game that literally just came out the year prior? So that is the weirdest example, because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you not do a PS4 Pro version? I don't know. I genuinely have no fucking idea. It doesn't, it... Okay, well, I missed your jump, so that was nice. Fuck. Have you ever used the mod manager before? Oh yeah, I've used it for Fallout, Bethesda games, mod manager for sure. My preference is to generally not use a mod manager, just because there's always occasions where it doesn't 100% always work exactly the way I want, or it does give up some control. So there is a part of that where, like, I do tend to just like to install. Like, I don't use the Nexus mods one ever, because there's so many different games, and I do like to know the actual file structure, and so I just want to get in there and drop the file I want to have in there. But yeah, I have used mod managers before. I feel there's some beef there. I mean, once again, that it doesn't rely on FromSoft for anything, because they don't own it. And so anytime they've talked about Bloodborne, Miyazaki's always like, I love it. Like, we loved working on Bloodborne and it was great. So, like, I guess, yeah, I don't buy that. Because he's always been really, like, nice about it. And even the last time he talked about it, he was like, yeah, I might get into some trouble, but, like, I think it'd be cool if more people were able to play it. Well, okay, so the PS4 Pro version, most PS4 Pro versions were not about 60 FPS. They were about checkerboarding up to 4K. That was the big pitch with PS4 Pro, because the CPU was not much better. The GPU was significantly beefed up, and so it was really about driving a higher resolution. Occasionally you saw performance mode, but like barely ever, and it wasn't really worth it, because yeah, it was still using a dog shit CPU. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not up to Miyazaki. So a PS4 Pro one, most all of them were just 4K. Yeah, I mean, 60 FPS is certainly what I play all my Souls games at, but I have to admit, 30 FPS, I'm not opposed to it, and I don't really agree with, like, in 2024, I can't believe any game is running at 30 FPS. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think you understand how the games industry works, and how we've always had I wouldn't say always, but we've largely had a divide between 30 and 60 FPS for a long time, and commonly you do alternate between that. And the later in a console generation, you do tend to push back closer to 30 FPS because, well, you want to keep pushing graphics forward, but trying to fit everything into a 16.6 millisecond frame is a lot harder. Lossless scaling is pretty cool. I like it. What's up, beta account? Yeah, lossless scaling. To be quite honest, going from 30 to 60 with that, I was very surprised. And the amount of artifacts, for me, was totally, doable, right? I think lossless should be free. Do you mean it should be a free program? Or do you think it should be free, like, performance-wise? Because I don't agree that it should be free. Because, like, it's someone developing it. And it's really good. So I don't know why I wouldn't pay for that. So, yeah, I guess why do you think it should be a free program? Like, I feel like I'm paying the person who's making it, and it's awesome. So, like, I don't know, like, it funds development. I guess that's one where, like, philosophically, I think you should. I don't know. I was totally like, I paid the price for lossless scaling, easiest thing I've ever done in my life, because they don't even ask that much money. Isn't it like $8? One-time purchase? Like, I'm like, fuck yeah, man, that's awesome. I don't know. So I'm a little different on that, where I think, like, not every is it $5? Yeah, I'm like, I don't know why I should think that should be free. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's paying the person who's making it, and, like, it's fucking awesome. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at on that. Where I think $5, $7. I thought I paid $8. I don't know. I'm not sure if I bought it on Steam, but yeah, I don't know. Just like video games, I'm also not someone who bitches about the $70, and I understand it's not about money for me, but yeah, it's really cheap. I would donate more than they ask for me to buy it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's great for you, but I mean, you should still, if there's a way to donate to them, then you should still donate to them then. But going to a donation only model is never going to be as good as selling it for a fair price that people will pay. Like, that's just not going to equal the same amount of money. And if people want to give them more money above that, I'm pretty sure they can. Or hell, buy multiple copies and gift it to other people. Like, I think if you want to support the developer, you can, but wanting it to be free, I don't think that's a good idea. Could you perhaps add some performance metrics to see CPU, GPU? Yeah, so I actually don't know how that works in the emulator. I thought there was a setting in Shad PS4 to like show stuff on screen. But I have not found that option. I've seen the thing where it dumps like instruction data to a folder, and then it saves stuff to a directory, but I haven't seen anything in the Shad PS4 settings for like, oh, is it F10 for FPS counter? Oh shit, oh nice. Hey, look at that. We got a little frame time. Nice. What GPU do you use? I use a 2060, RTX 2060 12 gigabyte. Do you have your specs listed? Oh, yeah. I usually pin something. Fuck. Oh, I can toggle Twitch, toggle YouTube. I think I can send a message to both. That's pretty cool. So it's 5700 X 12 gigabyte, 32 gigabyte, DDR4. Can highlight. I can time myself out. That's nice. Oh yeah, there's the YouTube version. Nice. Ban timeout. Hey, DVI ports are cool. Yeah, we like DVI ports. That was the. I remember using the DVI port, and it's back in the day because it didn't do audio, right? It doesn't actually carry audio. I've lost hope now with my the 60 gigabyte VRAM card I had. Sadly, it's only DVI-D. Oh yeah, I didn't get to finish my thought on the $70 price tag. So it doesn't feel justified by the quality of the products. I guess I disagree in that I would pay, if Elden Ring was $70, I would pay that 500 times over. I would pay $70 for Bloodborne. I'd pay $100 for Bloodborne. Now, here's where it gets lost in translation a little bit, is I think you have to talk about inflation, right? And if it kept pace with game pricing back 10, 20 years, technically, we should be paying over $100 for our games. Now, we're not, because obviously inflation is basically everything else has raised the prices vastly more than game prices. So it's gone from 50 to 60 to 70 in my lifetime. And with games that have actual $70 price tag, I guess there's a lot of $70 games that I think are incredibly worth it. So I don't know. That's just a difference of opinion there. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, one of the differences is that our average wages have not increased with inflation as they should, but costs have. But I don't agree with the argument that like games should always be $60 forever, when it's like, well, no. I mean, they obviously increased from $50 at a certain point. And I remember when they made the move to 60, and so only going up $20 in my entire lifetime is kind of fucking awesome. And I understand that people were like, yeah, but I don't want to pay more for games. It's like, but you're missing the reality that everything has gone up more than games have, generally. So that's just the reality. Like, the fact that we're not paying above 100, that's great, but we also have to admit that development costs have gone up. And they're not making as much per game as they were earlier relative to what inflation was. Like, so it's a complex topic because it's hard to just it's a lot easier to say games are too expensive. Like, I totally get that that's the easier pitch, but like that's not nuanced, and it ignores a lot of the financial facts around that. So I think it's a cost margin issue. Get over bloated, talent gets diluted. I mean, I think AAA dev. It's also because the bar for AAA dev has consistently been going up, and so they're becoming 4 or 5 year, 6 year projects, which is crazy. So I think they could scale back on like how long the games are, because I also think that's a pretty unhealthy way to rank games. If you value them only by the number of hours that they give you, I think that's pretty shallow. And I think that kind of sucks as an art form, you know? I think we don't do that to any other art form. I've never once done that for a movie where I go, you know what, I paid $12 for that ticket and it was only 2 hours. I would have loved the movie a lot more if it was 3 hours, purely only because of the amount of money I spent on it and what I got back in return. Like, yeah, I think that sucks ass. Like, I've never wanted an album to be longer because I paid $10 for it and I wanted my listening time to be longer. No, it's how I feel about the game, what the game does for me, like, and the experiences that I have. Like, so I'm always going to be quality over quantity. Are you using PS4 system modules? I am. Have I played Shadow of the Erd Tree? I have. And I have beaten the bitch ass Radon. Although I did use my Mimic, and it was before the nerf, but I did use the Mimic. I have not beaten him on my own, and I didn't particularly enjoy him, if I'm honest. Oh god, that motherfucker started moving. Okay, didn't like that. Damn. Okay, I'm really hungry and I need coffee, so I'm gonna go do that. I'll be back, which means yes, I can also reply to the baddie again because I am doing other things. Can you make a tutorial for how to set up the game in Shad PS4? Yeah, the bitch ass Radon. Fuck that guy. Fuck that boss. I did not enjoy that boss fight. Let me tell you. Thank you for streaming headphones. Oh no, I'm still gonna be streaming. My bad. I made that sound like I was gonna stop streaming. No, I'm still gonna be streaming. I don't even know what time it is. I'm just gonna put up a text thing that says coffee break. I'm still streaming. That's my bad. Yeah. Trivia. Obviously, you already had control the entire time during the stream, but of course, I'm going to step away. So do whatever you want. Oh, trivia! By the way, I haven't done it either. But trivia, you should post your Twitter, post your MySpace page, post your GeoCities page. Hopefully, you have one of those from the 2005. Whatever I want. Yeah, trivia. I trust you implicitly, so do whatever you want. You'll be fine. Just don't get me banned on YouTube. That's all I ask. That's your bar. So as long as you don't get me banned on YouTube, like, we're fine. All right. I will be right back. Yeah, put up your MySpace page. Okay, I came back to what the Sigma. Oh god, what has trivia done? What has trivia done? I also had oatmeal. There's also an oatmeal break. Highly recommended. Oh, we got someone who subscribed to the channel. Oh shit. Oh, a Twitch sub. I thought it was a YouTube sub, and I was like, oh, that's normally just, you know. Thank you, IMDG. I didn't do anything. Yeah, I believe it. That's true. Yeah, I won't scroll up. I trust you implicitly. I won't even scroll up on the chat. What flavor said oatmeal? It was apple and cinnamon. Pretty good. The other type I usually go for is obviously your basic bitch maple and brown sugar. And beyond that, cinnamon roll, pretty good. And then there's a cinnamon and spice one. Oh, banana guy. Well, there you go. All right. I haven't tried that actually. I have one that has raisins in it, and I still have not had the courage to open that pack and try it. Because I'm just like, but I like the ones I like. I don't want to try new things. Don't make me try new things. Welcome back, you goat. Goat Simulator 3 is what I'm playing now. What was I doing? Take off the text, as I tend to forget that. Is it playable? Well, kind of. I've had like 3 or 4 crashes thus far. So if that's playable, then it's playable. I mean, I don't know. You go through some crashes, vertex explode. And I was trying to blood vial farm, and I've been very bad at that. I have 13. So in another 2 hours, I will have 18. I do have some blood echoes, though. That's nice. I can't seem to hit the big guys because then it crashes. So I don't know what that's all about. Oh, Chalice dungeons crash a lot. I would imagine they're pretty. I'd imagine they're pretty fucked. Yeah. All right. What was I doing? I think you'll have 20 blood vials before Bloodborne is playable. God, we hope so. As God is my witness. I have 18. We're close. Okay. So here's the thing. I am not doing a lot of damage on One Reborn. Like, I'm doing hot dog shit to this guy. I'm assuming it's the weapon type, because I swear. Oh, you turned off the point lights? Oh, yeah, that's right, because a lot of them are controlled by the SFX folder. Yeah, sadly. So some of the, like, placed point lights are still here, like this orange one. That's actually... So that's what's kind of confusing. So there are the map-specific placed point lights that are stored in a .btl file. Those are still active. I did disable the SFX folder, which includes like the, all your lamps and your lanterns, the, little light. And they usually have point lights baked into their actual like effect. So I did disable that because, my God, the performance in Central Yarnum was hot dog shit while I was streaming. It was pretty variable. Memory leaks. What was I doing? Yeah. So here, what stage am I at on the Kirkhammer? Oh, I can actually upgrade the Kirkhammer again. Really? Okay. Should I pivot to upgrading the Saw Spear? Is that the better call? Is that the better call, Saul, at this point? Because I'm like, I don't know, man. This Kirkhammer, no. Damn, okay. Should I just go with the Kirkhammer? I know the scaling on the Kirkhammer is better for strength, and I do have more strength. So, like, that is admittedly probably the better call to just keep going with it. I found your channel a week or so before Shad PS4 showed up. Oh, wow. Where you were showing the stair models and textures. Saw you live, so figured I would tune in. Well, yeah, what's up? What's happening? Probably best to stay Kirk. Yeah, you're right. Because then I'd have to, like, get more. Oh, it is at. Oh, shit. I didn't even notice the Kirk hammer is currently A scaling, or does that mean it's A scaling after I upgrade it again? Yeah, that's what the blue means. Yeah, okay, let me sell something real quick because I want to go up to +7. Okay, let's stay Kirk. Let's stay bonk, okay? I'm glad you guys kept me in my bonk lane. Unless you're a real gamer. Shit. I'm not a real gamer. Blue elixir. Fuck that. We don't need it. Pebbles. Don't use them. Pungent blood cocktails. Do I look like a bitch? Okay, I'm just saying stuff now. So wait, memory leaks cause the game to crash. Yes. I mean, there's also things that cause the game to crash just by, like, hitting a certain enemy sometimes. Like, I can't exactly explain it, but, like, I've had that cause a crash, but then not cause a crash later. Right now, it's kind of a hot mess. We're in an early point still. Probably already heard this a lot. Is it possible to fully complete the game? Yes, I have heard that a lot. Yeah, I mean, someone completed the game, like, 2 weeks ago. should my Kirk hammer do a good car and call it Kirk Ham? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so I should have enough to... Actually, I'm going to sell everything out of my inventory I don't give a shit about, which is probably a good amount, and then buy some blood vials. Because I don't care about a lot of the weapons, and I don't care about keeping... Because Bloodborne does get you way more focused. Oh, that's why. My Kirk hammer is pretty... Because I have another blood chunk upgrade, and then I have another one to go through, and then it's the blood rock. Ouroboros, he streamed Bloodborne, I think, within the last week. I was talking about someone on the Discord. They had posted that they had killed Gurman all the way through the emulator. So, like, it's been possible for a long time. It's just how much bullshit you want to put up with of, like, crash, 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 reload, crash, vertex explosion, reload. Because this character, I've made it all the way to One Reborn through different builds of the emulator. This is not a save editor character. This is not a... a save file from someone else. This is actually a character I started from, started from the bottom. Or no, we don't quote Drake anymore, right? Drake sucks. I'm not in rap. I don't know I'm on the periphery of popular culture, but I hear he sucks now. So let's not go into that tangent maybe, but I guess I side with Kendrick even though I don't know anything, but he seems cooler, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, let's go check if I have something cool to sell. I went into a whole, like, 3-second tangent there. It was crazy. Antidote? Fuck it. I'll keep the beast blood pellet, though. Madman. Oh, Phantasm Shell? Fuck that. Don't care about it. Pearl Slug? Don't care about it. Eyeballs? Super don't care about it. Oh, dude, I'm fucking selling the Tonitrus. Are you kidding me? Fuck that. I don't give a shit about that weapon. Student uniform? You gone. You done. Yeah, I don't give a shit. All this high price stuff, I'll be real with you guys. I don't care about it. I won't sell the fire... Oh, I haven't even gotten the charred set yet. I guess I didn't get it in Old Yarnum. Okay, Papa Guac. I'm sorry, but you gotta go. And Ashen... Don't care about it. Might be sacrilege, but I don't care about it. Also, I already have the Yarnum Hunter set. I don't care about the regular set. You done. You gone. Get out of here. Nobody wants you. Ooh, I do need to look at my blood gems and runes. Good reminder. Yeah, Tonitrus, my beloved. I knew someone in chat would be like, no! I do like the moveset of the Tonitrus, actually. Nice. We're stocked up. I think the Tonitrus is fine. Or Tonitrus? I don't know how to say it. Probably Tonitrus. And then I know the whip or whatever, the cane whip cane gets a lot of hate, Wait. Oh, okay. No, I was using, or wait. Higher blood vial maximum. I'm not using that. That's weird. Oh, am I not using all my runes? God fucking damn it. Visceral attacks, ups visceral attack. Oh, damn it. Against One Reborn, this doesn't really help much. Fuck. Oh, thank you, Jay, for posting that. That helps, so I don't have to post it every time. Yeah, up visceral attack damage by 20%. I mean, fuck, for bosses that I can do that. Hell yeah. Is this 3.0.1? No. This, I recommend you go to GitHub, and then on the Actions tab, that's where you're going to see the most up-to-date versions. And I have a specific one called Scissor Rex BB Lighting Fix. That is the very specific branch outside of the main branch that fixes the point lights and the basically the point lights. So I would try that one out. All right, let's go check out my gems. I think I got more gems. Whoop, didn't mean to do that. Oh shit. Fuck. Oh my god, look at my damage go up. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, that's when I have full health, but also attack up. Okay, so I just like doubled my fucking damage, by the way. Holy shit. Okay, chat, I think we're ready to big bonk the shit out of One Reborn. I'm done with this bitch. I've had it. I've upgraded my weapon. I've slotted new gems. I went to Goodwill. I dropped off a lot of my clothes. I got a tax deduction. So, can you repeat which branch? Oh, actually, hold on. I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better. I'll give you the gosh dang link. If I can scroll down here. What is that? Cheats, trophy icon, color mark. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit down here, isn't it? Ah, there it is. Use correct scissor rex. Let's post it in my chat. Haha. It should go into both chats. Now that's a Windows one. That's the Windows GUI one. So if you need, I found the sound mod on Reddit. Yeah, the sound mod is considered piracy, technically, in terms of it was taken down by Sony, so I don't really want to talk about that on stream. I have mentioned that I had it before it was taken down, but I'm not sharing it, so don't share any links to that sound mod, because all we know is Sony took that down. So, we kind of have to respect that one of, like, you know. I don't want to piss off Sony in this, when it comes to the emulator specifically, not like me personally, but obviously me too, I guess, you know. All right, I'm back in the game. Yeah, it was removed because of Sony apparently, and I think it has something to do with because the OSTs were stored there, and I think they're more focused on the copyright for the music, it seems, at least that part of Sony, because we got to remember Sony's actually a pretty big corporation, and they're not just PlayStation. And, oh, god damn it, Vertex Explosion! I'm ascending! I'm ascending! I can't install from the GitHub website because it says I have Mac OS Qt installed. What? They should give you options for all the different versions. No! God damn it. Fuck. Shit. This is what happens randomly, where it will just start crashing on a specific character. And so let me load into a different character. And usually then that fixes it. Huh. Yeah, crash count. I think we're at like 4? 5? Okay. Let's load into... I mean, if anything, I could just end up going on a different character and then just play through an earlier part in the game. Because we're just hanging out anyway. It's not like... You know, we're not like 100% like we have to continue the game or else. This guy's also... this is a higher level character. Kind of a invincible character. And he's also in Yarhar Ghul. Oh yeah, this is actually a good reminder. Let's run this way. So I enabled a point light on this lamp. Oh fuck. Oh, I don't have the particle effects, so the street lamps aren't lit, but they normally are. So these street lamps, most of these, did not have a point light underneath them. Only like 30 to 40% did in Yar Hargul. So I duplicated the point lights that were already existing. And if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen this. So I added a point light here, a little bit of illumination. Added a point light there. And here. And here. And here. You actually have to add 3 of them, because there's 3 different distinct like time periods for Yar Hargul or time of day. So you actually have to create 3 separate ones for each different BTL file, but it's just an easy copy and paste. Would Sony not just go full ballistic on Shad PS4? No. I mean, Shad PS4 is operating in the same legal space as PS1, PS2, and PS3 emulators, which Sony, as we know, has done nothing about, because it's legal emulation. And, you know, a lot of people will look at Yuzu and go, well, yeah, but look what happened to them. And, well, theirs is a bit of a different situation, where they had a paid Patreon that was specifically selling a more feature-rich version of the emulator, which is a big no-no, because then you are paying for a product, and that is not going to work. They also were using, it turns out, copywritten code from like the firmware, and that was a big no-no. And they also had a Discord where they openly talked a lot about piracy, and here's where you can download Nintendo ROMs. And so Nintendo was like, fuck off. And yes, Nintendo is notoriously litigious, and too much so. I agree with that. But in this case, they kind of deserved it. So luckily we have the developers of Shad PS4 are very smart. And so they're operating in exactly the same spot as that. Oh, also, I enabled shadow casting on the point lights too, just for the character. They don't look great. But, you know, you're just going to run past them quick, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Yuzu was asking for some fucking trouble. Like, the way they were very loose with the rules, and they were just openly like, yeah, okay, you can download shit here, and oh, here's where you get the BIOS, and here's where... They were just really, really awful with that. And so Shad PS4 is I see it operating the same as RPCS3. Yeah, like, and Sony's never, as far as I know, Sony has never said anything about the other emulators for their platforms. So credit to Sony on that. They haven't pulled a Nintendo and tried to be like overly litigious on that part. But I guess the sound mod stepped over a certain line for them. You know, because I've never gotten any notification about my Bloodborne mods, even though obviously mine are modified files that they own. Like, we do have to be clear about that. Like, yeah, they own all these files. Like, I have no ownership over these MSB files, the light map files, the textures. I have no ownership over that. They own all of that, you know. They paid the people that worked on the textures and the models and the music, and so like if they wanted to claim those, theoretically they could, but luckily Sony doesn't seem interested in that. I think the music was one step too far, because that's legit stuff that they copyright claim on YouTube, and they actually put it into the official content ID system recently for YouTube. So Sony does care about the music, and because obviously there's a whole part of Sony that is specifically just music. You know, FromSoft is like super hands-off. Like, FromSoft themselves, when it comes to their games, they don't give a shit. And like, they don't even acknowledge mods. The first mod they ever acknowledged was seamless co-op for Elden Ring. Oh yeah, between the 5700X 3D and the 5800, like, yeah, I would get whichever one's cheaper out of the two of those. So I don't recommend, yeah, so the Shad PS4 developers have been very smart with the Discord, because even if the developers themselves are not sharing the pirated files, if they create an ecosystem where it is allowed and understood that you're going to be sharing pirated files, like it's like going after the drug dealer or like the supplier, right? They'd rather go after the supplier who is allowing there to be a Discord server where that's posted. So I probably shouldn't even have let it be posted on my server, to be honest. And I don't think it really is that much. Yeah, FromSoftware, they have no fucking care in the world, it seems, when it comes to anything regarding their games and modding, which is great. Like, they just really don't care. They don't talk about it. They're just totally hands off, because I think for them, they see it as like a win, right? Because they're like, well, more people buy our games. Like, because that's the thing with my files that I put in my mods, you can't do anything with those. On their own, they're completely useless. Like, and they're even stored in like the Fiverr formats for like the models. So like, it'd have to be someone who knows how to unpack that, but then it still unpacks to a Fiverr file, which now you can import into Blender. And then technically, could you export that as a DAE file or an OBJ file? Like, sure. To put it into a different game, like, yeah. And that's where you get into the territory of like those Unreal Engine, Dark Souls 3 like examples. And people are like, oh man, I hope he puts that out. And it's like, no, he can never put that out. He can never put out his Dark Souls 3 Unreal Engine 5 thing. Like, you can't put out that would be putting out your version of Dark Souls 3, and like, no, he would not have the right to do that. Which may not be a popular thing to say, but like, it's true. He doesn't own that shit. So even if Unreal 5 is different, the assets, like, yeah. And if you're taking any of the animation files, like, just any of that. Yeah, this is sick. I know, right? Yeah, so this is what's weird about the emulator currently. There does seem to be a bug where I can go on a different character and beat the shit out of people, and it doesn't crash. And in the same place. But weirdly on that other character, so now if we log out, go back to the other guy, maybe. Maybe it'll work. I found you with Demon Souls Remastered RPCS3. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that's one I do want to work on more. There's still some bugs in the Soulstruct Blender addition of adding, that's a stupid thing to say, but of adding Demon Souls support. I've had some issues with exporting, so I've posted the bugs to Grim on his GitHub, and he already squashed one of them, which was great. A legend, by the way. Grim is awesome. We love Grim. Let's try logging into the other character and see if we can goof the emulator into now letting me hit people. Oh yeah, Mikolash, yeah. Mikolash as a boss fight. I like the Mikolash boss fight for maybe the first time, because you're like, what the fuck is going on? This jabroni's running all over the place. He's not actively trying to kill you, but then he kind of is when he gets caught in that little thing. And like, I think the music is great. I love the tension to it. And you're in this fucking dream. And so thematically, I love it. Mechanically, I did not enjoy it as much, because I was like, dude, you mean I have to go through all of that just to fail? And the biggest thing that kills me is his AoE attack. Now, once I figured out how to get around that, of just always basically stay up on his ass, and then he won't do it. Like, oh god fucking damn it. There's something about Yarhar that is like, we're gonna vertex explode. We're gonna just shoot right out of my head. Man, yeah, the bonk is back at it. Yeah, Mikolash is interesting when you watch new people play it for the first time. It's a very, like, Rorschach test of how they view the game sometimes, because there'll be some where they just go, I fucking hate this shit, and some go, dude, this shit is awesome, and it's so cool, and I love the music, and I love, so I think it depends on how they consume the games. I liked it over. Oh god, this guy is, Fuck. No, he didn't. He dropped a video called Sony Hates Bloodborne. Like, look, I have nothing against Moist Critical. I actually don't. I think out of all the streamers and React people, he seems, and this is one, I'm saying this without like full information, so like, but out of the React streamers I've seen, like if you compare him to Asmongold, I see Moist Critical as like, he seems pretty cool and down to earth at least generally. And I haven't watched that video, so I can't really judge it. Based on the title, I think it's going to be good for clicks, but I don't know. I think it's more complicated than that. Oh, did it recently get stinky? Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I say that as pretty ignorant on the whole thing. He played both sides. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, from the clips I've seen of him, I don't know. I got the sense that like, I don't know. He seemed like a fairly regular dude, and some of the takes I saw he had, I agreed with. I thought were, you know, I didn't see him do like Asmongold bullshit, you know, like the right-wing grifter thing, which seems to be the pathway that a lot of people take when they say shit-ass offensive things. Asmongold discourse, yeah. Ugh. Hey, bitches. Alright. Try number 5 or 6 or 7? I don't know. Alright, bitches. I don't have my particle effects turned on, so my frame rate's a little bit better. So, hey, how did you hit me? I didn't even register that I got hit. I'm fairly certain, actually. I want the quicker attacks for these guys. I gotta get in, I gotta get out. Oh, my damage is so much more now that I have my blood gems actually like tuned in. Oh, also I can hit people. So that's pretty sick. Oh, is it just kind of boring content? Oh, well, okay. I guess I'm more okay with that, as long as it's not like right-wing grifter bullshit of like, oh my god, you know, DEI, they're taking our chins, or they're trying to make women with chins or something. I don't know, like the shit I've seen from the right-wing grifter people is so hilarious and sad. Like, just fucking sad, man. Like, you're just a loser ass bitch if you really have to go into that. Oh my god, there's a cabal of people that are trying to make my games woke. It's like, no, you might just be an idiot. You might just be an idiot and a jackass. And so, you know, I'm gonna lean towards that option, that you're just a jackass who isn't mature and doesn't know how to talk to people and doesn't really seem to, I don't know, hasn't grown up, essentially. That's the sense I always get when I hear that, like, bullshit. I'm like, dude, you guys have got to grow the fuck up, man. You guys have really got to grow up. Like, if you, and it's funny because it's the same people who will be like, yeah, all these libs are getting triggered so easily. And I'm like, yeah, but I only see you guys getting upset about everything. So what's up with that? What, clue me in on that. Why is it that you guys are getting upset everywhere? And I guess I don't see that as much on what you would consider the libs. Like, I don't know. That's always the thing that's surprised me. Hey, is he down for a visceral? Oh, I need to go big bonk. My bad. Oh, we're doing good damage though. I know. I'm still fighting One Reborn. I had to go blood vial. Oh, fuck my goddamn. Oh, the particle effect didn't play, so I didn't see it. I might need to turn on the particle effects for this jabroni again, because that hurt. Oh, fuck. What? What was that? Fuck. God damn it. Fuck. I think everyone is entitled for their own opinion, whether it's left or right leaning. Nobody needs to be called an idiot for their opinion. Yeah, I would say wrong on that. I think you can call an opinion. I think, yeah, if someone is making the opinion that the games are going woke and therefore that's why there's a female protagonist and they say sexist bullshit, then I'm pretty okay with calling them an idiot. I don't know. I feel pretty okay with that. I sleep well at night. Like, that's just my opinion. They can call me an idiot too. Like, I don't think that's, I don't know. Like, I understand the general principle of like not name calling. Yeah, I mean, I guess I get that in theory. I guess I could focus more on what they're saying is horribly moronic, if that makes sense. Yeah, like, I think if my main thing is if they start going into like bigotry, and a lot of the DEI stuff is all wrapped up in misogyny and anti-LGBT bullshit, and so that's where I'm like, Exactly. So Keybound Dragon nails it. So it's the crowd who goes, I should have freedom of speech to say whatever I want. And it's like, you have the freedom of speech to say things, but people have the freedom of speech to say you're a fucking asshole. Like, it's not freedom from consequences. So anytime they get pushback, or they'll say they're trying to cancel me, and it's like, no, you're expecting freedom from consequences. Because pre like big internet days, like obviously the internet was around when I was growing up in the 90s, right? But before, it was like that was the normal thing. And even now, like in your real life, at your job, in public, you have the freedom to be a fucking asshole, but someone else has the freedom to call you out. And so, and also you can't shout fire in a theater. So, like, technically, do we have 100% unrestricted freedom of speech? No, we do not. Because, duh. Like, yeah, like, you have the freedom to be racist, but then I also support someone punching the shit out of you in that case. Like, now, technically, that's violence. I don't really think violence is actually the... Actually, I take that back. I don't think violence is ever really the solution there. I think more so saying that that's wrong and saying, I think you're an asshole and you should change your point of view. I don't think violence... I take that back. Yeah. Off the cuff when you're streaming. God, you can say a lot of things. That I don't think... I don't think is a great option. Even if they're being terrible, I don't think. And yes, I'm saying that while I'm playing a game, while I'm bonking the shit out of people. Oh god, please don't crash. Oh, I should put my particle effects back, because I couldn't see that he was exploding on me. No, he crashes again. Fuck. Ah, fuck my ass. Yeah, it doesn't mean they don't deserve it. Like, I agree with that. I think there's situations where violence is called for. Oh, now I'm talking about a lot of stuff. Like, I think if it was someone who was abusive and their wife was like, all right, I've had enough. In that situation, I go, okay. Yeah, I don't know. That one I'm a little bit more... I don't know. There's not a one size fits all, so... Okay, so it crashed again. And I think the goal is I'm going to load in to the other character, hit somebody, and then load into the other character. As long as they're not hurting other people directly doing so. I think, once again, I think it's okay that you say it's fine to, like, people can think anything they want. We're not saying they can't think it. We're telling you we think that fucking blows. And they go, oh my god, they're trying to cancel me. Oh my god, what the fuck? And they also say, I should be able to say anything online I want. And that's just not true in terms of, like, they're private platforms. It's not like a street corner. It's not a publicly owned road. Like, Twitter is owned by somebody, an asshole currently. But other platforms are owned by Facebook, and they can have their own rules as to what can be said on their platform. And they go, that's censorship. And I'm like, well, those are just the rules of the platform that you're on. You can go to a different platform. That's why it's not the only one. But I think mostly it's freedom from consequences is what they would like. They would like to say rude or offensive things, and they don't like when someone comes back to them and says, that's really shitty, and that's awful, and that's dumb. And they go, oh my god, they can't handle criticism. Oh yeah, Godot. Yeah, didn't they have some bullshit that came out recently and now they're forking it into a conservative version? Which I'm like, you have to be brainwormed a little bit to run off into your own little group anytime you get pushback. You go, oh well, now I have to make a philosophically pure group for only us right-wing people. Oh, is that not what happened? Okay. Yeah, I only caught the Twitter threads that there was someone that got shut down in either their Discord or forums or something, and so they were crying like censorship of like, I can't believe the developers of Godot would side with the woke mob, and it's like, I mean, they might just not like what you said. Like, I don't know. They block people on GitHub. Oh, from like using their engine. I mean, I guess there I say it's their engine. So like, I don't know, like that's theirs. Yeah, I mean, so I get what you're saying, Beowulf. That line of thinking on paper, I think, makes sense as like it's MIT licensed. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, if it's open, yeah, I mean, if it's open sourced, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess if it's open sourced, it does seem like, huh. Yeah, I mean, if it's open sourced, it would be hard to like, because they can just still download it. I don't know. Oh yeah, I need to go hit something on this character. Now, if there's like a specific build that isn't open sourced, I don't know. Yeah, I guess like, how would they even functionally do that? Couldn't the person just make a different GitHub account? Couldn't they just not log in and download it? I don't know. Like, I guess that's where I'm like, or no, that's true. I guess I do have to be logged into my FromSoftware account on GitHub to download the Action tab. Yeah. I'd have to think about that one more. All right, see you later, KMO, KM0, KMO, probably KMO. Hope you have a delightful day. Oh yeah, I gotta go hit somebody. This is my other character. Yeah, they made a forked version of it, which, I mean, yeah, restricting access to an open sourced thing is, I guess somebody could just fork it and like, I guess that's what they did. Like, I guess it's not worthy of like the uproar by them either, because just have someone go fork it and then that's it, right? Yeah, exactly. Like someone else forked it, right? Because they couldn't. Yeah, I believe it's Rideau or Redot. I guess it's Rideau. It's oh shit, I gotta reload this area. Played Bloodborne for a gillion hours on PS4 years ago. I'm really excited. Hell yeah. But people were paying for it and got blocked. Yeah, I mean, they definitely should have, I mean, at a minimum, canceled their subscription for them. I'm not sure how that, yeah, I'd have to think about that one more. I'm not sure why they would. I mean, but they were only blocked from that GitHub. It's not GitHub itself, like GitHub saying, well, you can't log into your account now. Like, it's still, yeah, it's open source, so I think that's a tough one. Because if you open sourced it, I mean, yeah, I mean, you would assume that would mean anyone can download it, even unsavory people or whoever you would assume. But if you don't want them participating in the GitHub, and you were like, all right, you can use it, but you just need to fork it, or something like that, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one where, like, even if they were paying money, like, if this was a private product, yeah, the open source, I think, does complicate it a bit, personally. But if it was, like, a closed source project, yeah, like, you should just, like, I would do that if it was someone on Patreon that was paying me, and then they ended up being a real shitbag. I would just kick them off my Patreon so they wouldn't be paying me money anymore. Like, I'd be like, fuck you, keep your money, I don't want it, you know. They block people for saying stay out of politics and add support for bitmap fonts. So I think the stay out of politics thing, yeah, I think that's one of those where it reminds me of the all lives matter kind of thing, where, like, in theory, sure, but they were using that to plaster over, like, actual issues. And they were like, I don't know, it was a whole thing. Not to, like, we don't have to go into that, but Yeah, exactly. Like, I think we can read between the lines on that, that they're like, you're saying that because you don't believe in that and you'd rather that not be talked about, and not just because of like general discourse, but because I don't know, like it's like sweeping shit under the rug where like normally you go, but wait, I thought the same people would be for a free exchange of ideas. So I don't know. I think there are legit people who are like, I just would rather not talk about politics in general. I think obviously it's not good to talk about it in every setting. I obviously didn't talk about it when I worked in retail all the time. Sometimes we did, you know. But admittedly, you have to work with those people, and you know, it wasn't going to be the first thing I was going to do is like, hey, what's your stance on abortion? Like, yeah, like I'm not, you know, I'm not going to start with that. You know, and I think there is a level of like being respectful ish, you know, like, I don't know. Oh, was it their Twitter? Yeah, like, I don't know. I think the let's stay out of politics completely is like, I understand the people who say, yeah, but that's like a privilege to be able to say that. Right? I can see where people would be annoyed with that because they'd be like, yeah, you're only saying that because you don't have to worry about that. So like, oh, I don't think I have the upper cathedral ward key on the other character. Did you get your BB game files from your own disk? Yes. You gotta dump them. You gotta be dumping the ROM. I was meaning to go hit something. Let's just go to Central Yarnum and hit something. Yeah, I do get it's a vibes thing. I do tend to get the sense of where they go, oh, I don't want to be lectured about whatever, or I don't know. I feel like those were the people that were like, I would rather not have to think that LGBT people exist. And of course, there's exceptions to that where the people are not saying that, but I think it got used as a cover for that. Similar to the All Lives Matter, where it was like, we get what you're saying. Like, and it's the same thing as like when people go, like, I remember back when I was younger, a popular thing used to be that we'd go, you know, I want to live in a colorblind society and whatnot, which in theory, sure, everyone being equal and everyone's treated equally, and they'd go, when I see people, I don't even think of their race. I looked at this guy and I didn't even know that he was black or something. Like, that was sort of in vogue there for a while, and I get the thought behind it. But the problem is that by saying that, it's like, yeah, but they're not equal. So, like, you can want that, but by saying that, are you ignoring the reality that we do not live in a colorblind society? And on the flip side of that, I believe we should actually celebrate diversity instead of just assimilating everyone together and going, I don't see color. And it's like, no, we should admit that Mexican people are awesome and black people are sick as hell and they're cool and like the culture and like, so yeah, I don't know. I think that was popular there for a while with white people, I guess, where they thought that was like, that's the cool thing to say. And it's like, no, I think it's also just kind of ignoring issues. Because once again, you know, we had the privilege to do that. So it didn't really impact us. I'm not looking at chat because I'm sure it's not going well. You know, I am glad we're able to talk about politics and it doesn't get like crazy awful. So I think we've done a decent job of talking about it and not like, I haven't seen anyone like hurl giant insults at each other. So that's nice. I mean, I did say someone was an idiot for having a certain opinion. I agree with that for certain things. Just like they can say I'm an idiot for not farming blood vials correctly and dying on stream a lot. I think that's okay. Okay. I need you guys to drop blood vials. I'm going to be real with you. Oh, actually, I'm not even blood vial farming on this guy. This is the invincible character. Fuck. Yeah, chat's pretty chill. I think we're jamming. We're doing good. I think we're talking through it, you know. I think there is a way to talk about it. I can't read the Twitches on my little phone. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. No problem. No biggie. I think Twitch is, less common or less often chatting. I think there's more people on YouTube. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, and I'm not talking about like going on parades for them or something. I think it's the sort of, I don't know. It's the, I think someone, they described it because this gets into like a whole affirmative action discussion of sort of like, I think there's a lot of white people, and specifically maybe we're just talking about race in this way, but even like for sexual orientation or any sort of like minority style issue like that, I think there's a want from a decent chunk of people where they basically go, well, starting now, we're equal. Like, because we had a black president in 2000, starting in 2009, we're good. We did it. Like, I think there's a want to be like, yeah, but now we're all equal. It's totally cool. Everything's even and even Steven and everything is, and it's like, yeah, but systemically, I think we know that that's not true. Like, that's like, someone described it as like running a relay race. And for a long time, someone was running vastly ahead of the other. And then at a certain point, you just went, and now we're even. And it's like, well, no, but they started way back there. So like, there's a difference of how we view that. And I think there's just a lot of people who don't want to talk about it, right? Which I get at like family dinners and whatnot. Oh God, PC Bloodborne is released. If so, I'm gonna release. Okay. Okay. Let's log on to the regular guy. I gotta drink water. My throat hurts. I hate being catered to in any other way just because I'm Hispanic. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Like, I think everyone can view that differently. I think people also can view it like that, where they go, oh, you're just being, you're just giving them unequal treatment and you're giving handouts and you're being nice. And it's like, no, I think that's like where my mom, for instance, we were going through some streaming service and there was a specific, I'm going to call my mom out. She doesn't watch the stream, so it's fine. And we scrolled past a category of videos because on Netflix they have like the different categories of like recommended for you and then comedy, and there was one for like I think it was Black History Month, right? Or no, I don't think we were in Black History Month at that point, but it was like a category for celebrating movies that were directed by black people, right? Or yeah, I think that's what it was. And she was like, oh, that seems weird. And I was like, what seems weird about that? She's like, well, I don't know. I mean, why should they have their own category? Like, And I'm like, well, I think there's a lot of nuance to that. Like, I think it's not equivalent to say that, I don't know. I've always found it weird when someone will get upset because, like, whenever Little Mermaid, they came out with, like, the newer version, and they were like, yeah, but they made her black. And I was like, I mean, she's a fictional character. Even my friend at the time, who I thought was pretty progressive, was like, yeah, but why can't they just make a new person? Why did they need to make my favorite movie character black or something? I just was like, yeah, that seems kind of weird. I don't, like, it's a fictional goddamn character. Like, that's weird. Like, and they go, yeah, but I don't know, why can't they just pick the best person for the job? And I go, they fucking did. Like, the fact that you're assuming they didn't pick the right person for the job simply because they are a different race, and I go, I think that's the wrong thinking. I don't know, now I'm just going on a tangent. I'm sure chat's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I don't know. I'm on streamer brain. You just start talking about stuff. I mean, she's a fucking mermaid, so, like, I don't know. That one was funny to me, because I'm like, she's a fucking mermaid. What are you talking about? Like, it doesn't matter. Oh, fuck. I just got back shots. Speedrunning cancellation? Damn. Shit. Ow. Dude, I think they shot their spit at me through the fucking fog wall. I don't agree with that. I need to quit out and put the particle effects back on. The issue with The Little Mermaid is that it's based on a Celtic tale. I mean, Grim, I don't think that's equivalent. I don't think that's equivalent. Because obviously you obviously wouldn't do that to an African folktale because that'd be dumb. And as far as The Little Mermaid, I bet you ask 99.999% of people the origin of The Little Mermaid, and I can tell you, ain't nobody knows that's a Celtic tale. Also, it's the fucking Disney version, by the way. Do we think the Pinocchio version that Disney had was somehow 100% correct to the origin? It was not. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That one to me seems a little weird to be like, well, actually, the one with a fucking mermaid under the water, that's a Celtic tale, so we should keep them white. Yeah, I do think that's a little weird. Like, I don't know. Yeah, the fucking Little Mermaid, I'm sorry. In no way is the Little Mermaid teaching about Celtic culture. I'm playing devil's advocate. All right. I mean, I just don't think that's a very good comparison, but because like it's a I guess I'm just like it's about a fucking mermaid under the water, and it's the Disney variant, which is made up. So I don't know. Yeah, that one I'm like, I don't know about that one. And it's just people getting really triggered by that. It's odd. I don't get it. Yeah, like they diverted so far from any of the origins for most of their stories that like I don't are we really holding them to that standard? Well, actually, I would disagree that what makes a movie good or not is critics or box office revenue. I think what makes a movie good is if you liked it or not. I don't know. I guess I don't really care as much about, like, critical reviews are fine because I think there's obviously people that are obviously have a lot of experience and they can critically talk about a film. And I think that is valued. Box office revenue, I don't personally care about that much. As for what movie is good or bad, I really just think that's how many people agree that it's good or bad. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, well, now that seems, what are we defining as good? Are we saying, I think it is objectively good? Yeah, but I don't think we can say that about a movie. A movie, it's art. It's meant to be enjoyed in many different ways in how you judge it. There's no way to say art is objectively good. Medicine, you can say, we have clinical trials and it cured something, or it makes this thing better. Like, that makes sense to me. Movies, no. If you try to scientifically prove that a movie is objectively good, I would rather blow my own brains out, personally. So I need to activate the particle effects again, because I can't see when he's barfing on me, and it's not great. So let's go to the root folder here. You can't see what I'm doing. Sony lawsuit Chad V4. I haven't had chat open on any game presentation in 5 years. Yeah, I do think if you go to like the official chat for like the Game Awards or any Sony presentation, it's pretty bad. It's not great. I was like, oof. There's just a lot of people yelling things. And it's just really weird stuff where I'm like, it kind of reminds me when I looked at like Kai Cenat's chat when he was streaming Sekiro or Bloodborne, or like the chat moves so fast. And I was like, and a lot of people were just insulting him, which was weird. I'm like, that seems kind of rude. I don't know. Like, I don't know. He's playing Sekiro. I don't think we need to just attack him for playing Sekiro. I think they weren't like normal Souls people. They were just trolls, I guess? I don't know. Okay, I should be able to see his barf. Has a petty grudge against FromSoftware? I don't think so. Because they remade Demon Souls, which was another FromSoftware thing. So now people could say, that's why they remade it and changed a bunch of stuff. But I think that's just reading into it a lot too much. Or way too much. I'm going to use my quick attacks. Dude, your barf from the sky is the worst. Yeah, I don't know how the Chalice dungeons are going to work. I think the regular Chalice dungeons work fine. Whatever on... I really hate One Reborn. I hate him more than I've ever hated him. It's the only Bloodborne boss I just don't like. I just don't think it's a fun boss for me. I prefer Tower Knight, I gotta be real. Even though it's just like a gimmick of like hitting his ankles. I honestly prefer that. I think it looks cooler. This one I'm like, dude, you just got shat out of the sky. And there's just a bunch of feet hitting me from everywhere. And then there's barf. And then there's like fish piles that are hitting me. And everything smells. And like, I don't know. One Reborn I have just absolutely not cared about. Even the lore implications of like One Reborn, I haven't really found that interesting. I kind of just like when it's over. Hey, I saw his big explosion this time. Oh, fuck. Oh, I got barfed on. Oh, you do like a triple? A quadruple? Oh my god. Oh, wait. Oh, he actually got tired out. Oh, nice. You don't like fish? No, fish are fine. You know, I like a fish fillet from McDonald's. Don't get me wrong. That's not real fish, probably, but you know what I mean. Oh, hey, there's barf. Okay, well, at least I can see the things that are happening. So that's an improvement. Ugh. I need to not get greedy. So I just need to run around. Go to the other side. Man, I keep getting hit by the fucking worm pile bullshit. God, I hate this boss. You suck. You suck. Fucker. I feel like this means it should be eligible for visceral, but like, I don't think it does. Unless it's the other side? I don't know. Oh, I whiffed. I whiffed. Alright, we're Patient Pete. We're Patient Pete on this. Oh, fuck. Alright. I'm not looking at chat. Also, my control. I need to get a new controller. This controller sadly has stick drift on the left stick, so it has trouble running sometimes, and then it thinks it's running when it's not. It's not great. Microsoft, I'm looking at you. Ow, ow, okay, ow. Ow! Fuck, I got hit by a fish in the sky again. Shit. I fucking hate you! I used an Xbox... Well, it's actually just an Xbox Series controller. Pretty basic bitch kind of thing, but... So. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Is he exploding? Did he coom? I mean, I think he did. Oh my god, I got out of the... Okay, alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah, Pitch Black Blood, we love to see it. New band name. Yeah, do your Seath bullshit. That's from Seath. I know that move. Ah, fuck. Shit, fuck. God, this boss sucks ass. Oh, this boss takes no blunt damage? Well... Wait, what if I use the sword? Is that better? Do we like that? Oh, fuck. What the? Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I can't see his, like, poison floor stuff as well as normal. Is it better if I use the weapon not in big bonk mode? Is that... God, I fucking hate this boss. This boss sucks dick. God. Like, this is just not a fun boss encounter. I don't find this fun. Just run, 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 smack. Run, 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 smack. Run, 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 smack. Like, I think it's okay to love Bloodborne and also go, fuck this boss, dude. This is just ass. Damn it. I blame my controller for that. Oh, by breaking his limbs. Yeah, I haven't really been attacking his legs. I'm very, like, Duke's Dear Freya focused on his... I'm focused on his heads. Which might be the right play, might not be the right play. He's pissed! He's pissed! He's very pissed! Oh yeah, Curse Rotted Greatwood. Yeah, that's another one I don't like. Yeah. That one I find pretty shit. As far as DS3 goes, I think that's one of the lower points. I think Wolnir also fucking sucks. Like, he's easy though, he's quick. Like, you just get him out of the way. Curse Rotted Greatwood, I'm just like, dude, I'm looking for fucking sacks on this guy to break. I like when the floor breaks. I think that's pretty cool, actually. I hate you and everything that you stand for. I need to cancel you, One Reborn. How has no one canceled you yet? Fuck you, you stupid ass boss. God, I hate this boss. Yeah, the floor break was cool. I liked the floor break. I thought that was a nice touch because I was like, oh shit, you know. And I think the visual was really cool. But fuck, I hate everything else about it. Why cancel him? I think he sucks. I think he's a barfing, fish pile, dumbass smelling dookie from the sky. He got dookied from the sky. We can all admit this. One Reborn was dookied out of the sky, and he's a big bunch of feet stuck together with, you know, a nail gun and a bunch of wood. Like, yeah, breaking his limbs. I'll admit that's fun. You know, that's the thing. I wish limb breaking would come back. I think limb breaking, like, just never came back after Bloodborne. Yeah, it is literally a feat boss. You know Miyazaki was like, fuck yeah. Because cancel culture doesn't exist. That's true. I don't think it does. But let's not get into that. We don't need to get into all that. I promise you, chat. Let's not. We don't need to talk about it. Yeah, it's all about the feet. It's all about the grippers. This is the gripper boss. Oh, I'm well aware a lot of things never came back. DS2, anyone? There's a lot of cool shit in DS2 that just, they went, eh. We did it once. Whatever. I'm only interested in feet culture. Nice. I personally have never gotten into it. I don't have any things to pop? What? I wish DS2 tired animations came back. Yeah. DS2 had a lot of cool things. Like, I like their unique, like, riposte animations. Sick. Like, Bloodborne, that's like one of the coolest ideas for Bloodborne. I can't remember who said it first, but basically it'd be really nice if all of the weapons had unique, because there's not like a ton of weapons in Bloodborne, right, compared to Dark Souls. There's a lot less weapons, but they're all really cool. I wish they all had a unique visceral animation, because it's all just basically shoving your fist into their chest, and, like, that's cool. But I kind of wish there was a really unique one. Like, on Twitter, I talked about how I wish the pizza cutter, like the pizza cutter, can you imagine if you kicked down the enemy when you did a visceral, and then you know, basically just dove into them with the pizza cutter and it started, like, cutting them up or something? Like, there could be so many cool little unique animations, and instead it's just kind of, you know, shove your fist in their chest. Yeah, in DS2 it feels really cool, especially when you have, like, a great sword and you're knocking them over. Like, very cool. I also think the jumping in DS2 is better. Because obviously Bloodborne still has it bound to the circle button, which sucks. And so DS2 gets credit for putting it on a goddamn thumbstick. And also it's way more bouncy. So I kind of like that. How God of War, yeah, it's exactly like that, where God of War has like a different thing for every creature because it's like a unique event for different weapons. But it makes a lot of sense in Bloodborne, specifically because there's not so many weapons, you know? Like, because DS2 didn't have a unique one for every weapon, but it had like unique ones for the different weapon types. I love DS2. I've only grown to love it more over time, you know? I was initially off-put by it for like the first 10 hours, you know? And then it really clicked. And there's something... I love it because they dared to do something different. And... Cause, I mean, can you imagine the job of having to follow up Dark Souls 1? Which, of course, when they were following it up, it's not as popular as it is now. But like it was still considered pretty great, I'd assume, back when they were developing Dark Souls 2. But can you imagine the task of like, okay, so now you need to go follow that up, and you don't have Miyazaki, although he was supervising, but we don't really know what that really meant. I do think it gets a lot of unnecessary hate. Yeah, I don't think it deserves the level of hate. There are things I don't like about it. I just wish they would talk about it normally. Like, hey, I don't like the hitboxes. Yeah, there's some that I don't like, but to be fair, most Souls games, there's hitbox issues in a lot of them. And I don't know, I just wish they would talk about it normally. Instead of where they usually go is like, that's a trash fucking game. Miyazaki wasn't involved. Fuck that game. And I go, okay, all right. Let's hold on here. Can we talk about it in a mature fashion? And it's only really with DS2 that people treat it like that. AC6 cancer too hard. What? What does that mean? Am I not up on the 2024 lingo? Is there a new... Oh, I read your earlier comment. Broke my DS4. Damn. Yeah, you have to get a new controller. Also, I love Armored Core 6. When I show them the Royal Rat Authority, yeah. I love it. He's a dog. Yeah, I think vanilla DS2 is pretty cool. I really liked it. I like both versions of DS2. They weirdly both have their, like, pluses and minuses. Because I remember I was doing vanilla DS2, and most of it was like, okay, they're in slightly different areas. I think certain things about vanilla were better. Like, I think on your way to Lost Center, I much prefer having those weird monsters that were there instead of, like, just another one of the wharf boss, because I thought that was weird. I was like, okay, well, he's just fucking there. I don't know why. And then all the explodey boys. And then the real big divergence in quality for me was two areas. So Dragon Eerie is so ungodly better in Scholar of the First Sin. Like, I was shocked how bad it was in vanilla DS2. I was like, ooh, this is bad. I really don't like it in vanilla DS2 at all. This is bad. And in Scholar, I don't like the explodey boys in Dragon Eerie. Don't get me wrong, I don't like those people. But everything else about Dragon Eerie I found better in Scholar. I also think Heidi's Tower of Flame is overall better with the dragon being there. I think that is more interesting than how it was in vanilla. I fell asleep playing Dark Souls 2. Oh, you're missing out. I also think it's okay not to like it. But I think it's the way they talk about it that depresses me. It's someone disliking it so much that they're actively going to other people and saying, I think you should skip it. I think that's where it crosses over a line for me, where I really don't respect that. Because I think even if you didn't like it, to rob somebody else of something they might love, I think is really unhealthy. And I don't know. I would never do that, you know, because, you know, the amount of people I've seen over the past 2 years try Dark Souls 2 after playing all the other ones because people had told them that they were like, you should skip it. And they came back to it and they said, oh, fuck, I love this game. Like, they were like, oh my God, it's fair to criticize something you enjoy. Well, I didn't say you couldn't criticize it. I'm saying the way that you talk about it, the way that people will say it's the worst game ever made, I fucking hate it, it's so goddamn trash, like that I'm never going to get on board with, because I think that's a dumb way to talk about any game. I think the only game, I don't know, I like if it was Superman 64, like I would get, but Dark Souls 2, I see so much beauty in it that if you literally can walk away. I had someone on Twitter, this is obviously Twitter discourse, but someone saying, I saw 0 good things in Dark Souls 2. And that's when I went, well, then this isn't a serious conversation. Like, it's not. Like, that's just not a serious conversation. If you can actively, you're allowed to do that, but I'm allowed to say, I think that's kind of shitty. To just, like, there are legit actual 2 out of 10 games, 1 out of 10 games. Like, there are actual ones we can look to and say, now that, like that E.T. game on the SNES or the NES or whatever, like we can point to real things that are real problems. But yeah, when they say I found absolutely nothing redeeming in Dark Souls 2, I go, well, okay. I think you can find a redeeming quality in any game, right? Like, I don't know. To me that red is like, okay, well we might be done talking because I think. Come on, like out of all of Dark Souls 2, you didn't find anything to love? That's when I'm like, I think you might be a hater. Because I would say the same thing if someone said, I didn't find anything redeeming in Dark Souls 3. I would tell them that, like, really? You didn't find anything in Dark Souls 3 to love or that you liked? That's crazy. I'd say the same thing if they said that about Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls. Like, any of them, I would say that's crazy. There's so much in those games. And you're not meant to love all of it. But, like, yeah, if you write off an entire game and anything in it, like, yeah, that's hard for me to respect. It really is. Dude, Vertical Mammal, I have never gotten the Seppuku. I need to level up. I have echoes. My strength is pretty high. Endurance. I've been trying to keep a good balance between vitality, endurance, and strength. I do like endurance. Big fan. But I have been trying to go higher. I usually boost my vitality way above my other stats, but I'm trying to keep away from that, you know. Okay, and I'm going to blow the rest of my echoes on Blood Vials. 720. How dare there be Blood Vial inflation? That's crazy. Do you think the DLSS mod we have for Elden Ring is possible in Bloodborne? No, because, you know, Elden Ring is running in DirectX 12, and so they could hook in, and it already had a TAA implementation, so that was what had motion vectors, which is what allows you to use DLSS, because they use the same info, or the same data set, because DLSS isn't tied to DX12, it can be DX11 as well. You just need motion vectors, and so it's really helpful when there already are those motion vectors from TAA, right? Because they're both temporal upscalers, right? Well, or temporal. One is temporal anti-aliasing. DLSS bundles in upscaling and anti-aliasing, but they have DLAA, which is just the anti-aliasing. And then also, yeah, this running through an emulator, it's Vulkan, which is what it's being converted to. So long answer is no, basically. If we wait for Sony to put out an official port, which would likely be DX11 or more likely DX12, but I would be okay with DX11. How's the experience for emulating a playthrough? You know, there's a lot of issues. I just beat One Reborn, which was on the thumbnail, so I'm glad we did that. Because that was the goal. We've had a lot of crashes. Well, we've had like 5 or 6 crashes. Randomly by hitting an enemy, and then we load onto a different character and then load back, and then it's fine. Do you think it's good enough to play for a first timer? No, definitely not. I would play it on PS4, or if you have a PS5. I mean, the same version. I would play your first time, and I wouldn't wait personally, because I am not one of those that would say your experience is going to be lessened. I think Bloodborne right now on PS4 is a magical experience. If you get really motion sick with 30 FPS in general, then no, but for most people that's not an issue. And it's a really good 30 FPS in terms of like, not in terms of frame pacing, but obviously if you have a PS5, frame drops are kind of gone. I think the motion blur is actually quite nice. The input latency is actually pretty fantastic with the 30 FPS. And I think that's because of their really awkward frame cap. It actually has really good latency though. Yeah, I would definitely wait. I mean, I would wait if you're adamant against playing it on PS4, definitely wait for the PC one. Like, I get motion sick with unstable. Yeah. FromSoft games are hard with that because even with Elden Ring, right? Like, the frame pacing's not great. Now, to be fair, even playing it on PC, you know, you have to have a copy of the game to play it, so it's not as if there's a Bloodborne.exe you can download, so that does not exist. Now, if Sony wants to do that, I would love that, but sadly, I don't see that happening super short term. It's hard not to call it my favorite. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you've already played Bloodborne, then 100% I recommend check it out on PC. Play around with it. Because if you already love the game and you've already experienced it. Oh, also this area, I need to turn on backface, or turn off backface culling for these models, because you can see the shadows are actually hitting my character when the whole thing should be shadowed. So, yeah, kind of fucked up on that. I'm sure you can pirate the bin file. Well, we do not talk about banning, or we don't talk about pirating in this stream. So you're gonna get a little timeout, little 60-second timeout, and then don't say it again. I know it looks really good, right? Yeah. It honestly, like the fact that we're to this place at all. Yeah, this place looks way better with the point lights are back now. Oh, it was banned from the channel? Uh-oh. Oh. Alright. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I got jump scared. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, considering that... I mean, how long ago was it that we couldn't even get past the menu, like the title screen? So... I don't know. Like, for me, it's all gravy, right? Because I'm like, dude, I'm happy right now. Like, yeah, of course, like, it'd be cool to have a fully, like, super playable, but it's fucking amazing where we're at. And I didn't think I would have worked as much on a Bloodborne mod at all at this point. So, yeah, it wasn't that long ago. I think it feels like longer, but yeah, or no, it doesn't feel like longer. I don't know. It just feels like so short that we could barely... I gotta look at like my Twitter post of when I was like, oh my God, I'm actually in Bloodborne for the first time on PC. Like, because I don't think it was that long ago. So it's kind of crazy. Oh my God. Oh, he's cooming. They're coomers. I'm getting coomed on. And I can't see their coom, sadly. It's the only time I'll say that. Okay, well now you're just everywhere. Like, what are we doing? Guys? The particle effect for the coom is not active yet. I was just trying to get the item, guys. Wow, you guys are healthy. What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh, I got you replaying Bloodborne? Yes, good, good. The GOAT. For me, at least. I still have a soft spot for Dark Souls 1. But I think Bloodborne is their... I don't know, I think it's weird because I think it's their best. I don't know. I don't think they've This to me feels like the most That sounds. That's going to sound really weird, but it feels like the most pure form of FromSoft cocaine is Bloodborne. Like, this feels like the most Miyazaki shit in the world, and I love it. It's so, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I don't know. There's something about it that I'm like, yes, give me that insight, big dog. Beg for life. All right. Oh, yeah, Firelink theme. Love to see it. Would love to hear. Did you play Lies of P? Hell yeah, I did. I loved it. I love Lies of P. And we're getting a DLC and a sequel. Very, very happy about that. Obviously, it's the best Souls-like for me. Like, easily. It was just like, boom, done. Lies of P has topped whatever other Souls-like. Because I don't consider the Souls games to be Souls-likes. Why are you playing with no lighting? I have lighting. What are you talking about? I mean, I have a player light. You know, it's kind of dim, but I don't have a torch out, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I lost Izalith. Oof. Ooh, I got the anti-clockwise kind of thing. Oh, you don't have the lantern on, I guess. No, I do have the player. Oh, you mean like the belt one? Yeah, that's true. Do I even have the... Oh, I need to go buy the lantern. That's a good call, actually. Yeah, it's a little... This room is particularly dim. Yeah, the player lantern here is a little dark. Let me see. Do I have a... Heyo. Now, we don't see the fire effect, but we do actually get some illumination from it. I guess I should go to, like, Nightmare Frontier? Right? Isn't that the play? And eventually on PC, I'll do a randomizer run, because I did test it, and it does work. Which I figured it would, because obviously we're just emulating the PS4. Yeah, 2.3, I would recommend the... checking on GitHub under the Actions tab. Well, actually, I would join the Discord for Shad PS4, because they can link you to the specific build that fixes the lightings. Or the lightings? The lighting. I'd love if you made a tutorial for installing mods. Yeah, I probably should do some video on Bloodborne of like, here's how you install the mods. Because it's actually the same way you install mods on all the other games, the FromSoft games. Which is, I think people are always surprised by. But yeah, it is actually the same method. It's basically the same file structure, except for the one PS4 folder. It's called like DVD PS4. I was surprised when I first, with Demon Souls, I was like, oh shit, it is the same file structure as like Dark Souls 1. Nice. It was easy. Memory leak? Yeah, I mean, it's certainly improved a lot. I don't get memory leaks nearly as often. Oh, this is a different lamp. Yeah, okay, all right. Nice. Oh, I guess I can use this door. Yeah, Nightmare Frontier looks pretty sick. Demon Souls Remake PC, yeah. I mean, it was on the NVIDIA leak like 3 years ago. And you remember when they first put out that video? Or the trailer announcing it, and it said coming to PC? So, like, we have a rational expectation that it will come to PC. What resolution are you playing on? I'm playing at 1080p. Shad PS4 is great, but needing a jailbroken PS4 to even access it without it being illegal is ridiculous. I guess I don't get why that's ridiculous. Like, why would it be okay to... Why would the expectation be I should just be able to... I guess I don't know what you're saying. I don't know if you're saying that there should just be an easy way to get Bloodborne legally outside of having a jailbroken PS4 to work on PC, but like that's not going to happen because Sony has only made it available on PC. So like, Yeah, it is okay to jailbreak a PS4. You can do that from a legal perspective. But I think they were saying that, like, I should be able to play it on PC by pirating the game, and it should... Well, that's the thing. Jailbreaking is fine. You can jailbreak your shit. You're not going to jail for that. It is okay to jailbreak your PS4. Yeah, that's fine. PS5. You can totally do that. Yeah, the courts ruled on that. That part's fine. But, like... Well, I mean, that's okay that a lot of people won't go to that effort, but you have to understand this is not an official, like, thing that a company is doing. Like, so, if anything, it's good that most people won't do it. Like, if most people would do it, then I don't know, like, I'm trying to formulate my thoughts on that, but yeah, I don't, like, I mean, yeah, I get it, it's frustrating that it's not as, you know, available, but, you know, you can't just make it, like, available for download. I don't know, like, you know. Well, yeah, emulators are fine. That's not the issue, because emulation is legal. So it's how the connection to emulators commonly leads to piracy, and piracy is the issue. Because there are people out there, surprisingly, that believe that you should be able to pirate any game. No matter what, you should always be able to just pirate a game and play it for free. And it's like, well, no. I mean, I think there's situations where it makes more sense to me. Like, I think if the game is no longer legally available for purchase anywhere or downloadable anywhere in an official channel and it's essentially become abandonware, well, then I'm okay with it. I mean, I guess I did endorse piracy in that very narrow context. Like, yeah, like if you made it legally impossible to play it, well, then piracy is all we have. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, if we don't have a way to play it, then, like, piracy is the way that we keep... Because I do find game preservation to be very important. And that is one method of, like, if you're going to make it abandonware, well, then, you know... But yeah, generally, no. I don't agree where, like, well, I would just prefer to get everything I want for free and not support anyone who makes it. Well, that sucks. Well, yeah, I mean, we can call that archiving. Yes. I mean, it's still how we're getting it through unofficial channels, right? But, like, in that case, I go, yes, but you've made it impossible for me to get it legally, so... There, I don't care as much. So. Yeah, I guess I don't think that piracy should be... I think there's obviously, like almost anything, there's a middle ground. I don't think it should be all or nothing, where it's like, yes, I think piracy all over should be perfectly fine. It's like, well, no. I mean, we have to pay for things, you know? Like, the money goes to the people who make the thing so they can keep making... said thing. So if piracy was like the norm, well, then that's not really a sustainable business. So anyway, let's move on. Let's move on from general piracy discussion. That's my bad. I talked about it too much, but let's move on from piracy chat back into organized waters with legal restrictions and whatnot. Charlie says there's chances for a Bloodborne movie. That rumor has popped up, and I'm like, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Yeah, exactly. Having a working refund system. It does. And that's the general theory, is that as long as you make it easily available for someone to buy it and play it, and you make it easy, well, you negate the need for piracy most all of the time. Yeah, there's chances for a Dark Souls 2 movie. I don't get that. I don't even know what a Bloodborne movie would look like. I don't think that would be good. I don't know. Like, I mean, okay, like, I guess I can't envision that. I don't know what that would look like, you know? Like, ugh. Because, like, their storytelling method is so not that. So, I don't know. There should be fewer movies. I mean, I'm fine with whatever amount of movies they want to put out. I'm just not going to see, like, 99% of them because I ain't got time. There's too many of them. But less? No, I think people should make movies anytime that they feel they want to. Is that a hot take? Yeah, I'd be Yarnum Townfolk, but I don't think it'd be good. I think it would be very un-Bloodborne. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't. That's if they tried to make like a Dark Souls movie. I'm like, nah. It's so much experienced through being in the world and just having a little conversation here, a little conversation here, lore descriptions. I don't know how you would adapt that and it not become just something completely, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, they should go for it because it's not going to ruin anything for me. Like, go ahead, try making a Bloodborne movie. I think that's totally fine. Like, all right. And if it's good, that's great. If it's bad, I'll still try to watch it. And if it's bad, I just won't rewatch it, you know. Like, I don't know. I'm definitely not one of those that's like, they're gonna ruin the IP. And I'm like, I mean, if it's something we don't like, we don't like. God damn it. Indirect lighting here, grr. Yeah, we'll have to try your new method of indirect lighting. Oof. I don't know. I mean, they could try. I don't know, man. Like, Last of Us made perfect sense why they adapted that. Because it makes perfect sense. That's like a perfect adaptation. Like, yeah, go ahead. Cool. Got it. And I think it showed. The first season was great. And I don't even love the game. I think the game is fine. It's just so depressing. I'd never want to play it myself, and I haven't. Is it fully playable at 4K 60? It is not. I mean, no. An animated series. I think if they did like a manga or something, maybe. Oh, I burped. Sorry. I mean, well, I would say it's not so much about Tilu being set in real world places. Although naturally that does help for like set design and whatnot. But I think as far as like how the story was told, it was already really cinematic. So I don't know. I feel like the way that it was already told was already super cinematic, and the way that they mocap the actors, and like it's just a natural progression where I'm like, yeah, okay, that checks out. You're an unpaid bug tester. Well, I mean, to be fair, the developers of the emulator are unpaid, so you know. I find it weird how Demon Souls got a remake, but Bloodborne got nothing. Well, I mean, I would say yet. That story's not finished yet. Because... Oh, okay, well, it bombed at the menu that time. I mean, it was 11 years between release and remake for Demon Souls, right? So is it possible that they're already deep on to a Bloodborne project of some sort? It could be, you know, sure. But I also would say that if Sony was willing to make a remake of Demon's Souls, well, then why wouldn't they make a remake of the only other FromSoft? Well, technically, I think they own the Deracine game as well, but that's not really like, most people don't know that game exists. I see no reason why they wouldn't, you know? I think they just haven't yet. I don't know. So I don't know. We'll see if the 10th anniversary goes by and they don't say anything. Like, yeah, that's going to be a little depressing. Yeah, they own Deracine, but like, I don't think Sony really cares about that one. Was that Demon Souls sold 2 million and Bloodborne sold 7 million? So why not Bloodborne? I mean, once again, I would say the only time we could make the argument that Demon Souls got something that Bloodborne didn't is when Bloodborne has had the equivalent amount of time to be out that Demon Souls had to be out before it was remade. Like, I think that's the only time you can make that argument. I mean, we can say now, but like Bloodborne is not as old as Demon's Souls was when it was remade. It's close. We're getting close. But call me again in like a year. He didn't deny that anything was being done with Bloodborne last year. He simply was like, that'd be cool. I don't know. He can't just openly say, it is being worked on and here's the studio that's doing it. He was saying that it's out of his hands because it is. It's not up to FromSoftware. And FromSoftware, I always find it weird when people are like, they're like, oh yeah, FromSoftware, it's crazy that they haven't remastered Bloodborne yet. It's like, well, first of all, FromSoftware doesn't own it. FromSoftware has never remastered their games. The only thing you can get close to is Scholar of the First Sin, but that's because there were split console generations. And so, yeah, they ended up putting out an Xbox One PS4 version, which had, you know, the higher quality textures. But it's not like they were remastering it. Yeah, but once again, Astroclicks, they're not going to do that because that doesn't make financial sense. Like, that's not enough for people. That's not going to get people to repurchase Bloodborne because, well, they'll already own it, and there's no money in a patch. People aren't paying for the patch. Like, trust me, I would love if they just put out a 60 FPS patch, but there's no financial sense to that. So they're going to do a remaster, remake, and then make fat cash on it, as they should, because they own it. And yes, I would prefer they just do a PC port and then, you know, let the modders take care of it. And that'd be ideal for me, but, you know. Yeah, I mean, we do have to remember that Demon's Souls Remake was a launch title for a console a lot of people couldn't buy. So, you know. And so here's the thing for me. We do not know if Sony considers Demon's Souls Remake a success. Have they ever said anything about it? I don't know. Because that's the real marker. If they consider Demon's Souls Remake a success, then you can guarantee Bloodborne's going to happen at some point. That's the problem. The source code is pretty much Dark Souls 3. I mean, underlying rendering tech, yes. So, like, yeah. I mean, yeah, they're not vastly different. Yeah, I mean, Demon's Souls Remake, yeah, it was a console a lot of people couldn't buy at the time. So that is admittedly going to tamper down sales. But we need to know if Sony considered it. And I mean Sony corporate. Specifically the people who sign the checks. If they think it was successful, then you can basically guarantee Bloodborne is going to happen. Because if they did, we took one of our FromSoft IPs, we remade it, and it was good, and it made us money, well, then they are going to do that to Bloodborne. That's, well, and now once again, I don't think that, I think that's also a broad statement of like suits ruining things. Like, I think we forget that like these people are just people too. Like they're normal people that are making business decisions, and I think it's really easy to demonize them always, you know, and be like, oh my God, they're ruining this. And it's like, they're people with families and hopes and dreams. And I think we can, I don't know. We can disagree with overall business decisions, but I think we do get very quick to assign motives to a lot of things that we don't actually have access to knowing why certain things would be. Like, people will say that's because they hate Bloodborne, when in reality we have, I don't know, we've heard quite a bit from Sony corporate people, well, not like as much on the record, and I get that kind of sucks, but anyway, from behind the scenes we've heard that Sony really loves and respects Bloodborne. Now, why wouldn't they talk as openly about it? I think at this point it's kind of awkward, and any morsel of Bloodborne that were to be dropped somewhere in terms of info, it's rabid. And so I do think they generally just don't talk about it, because if they do, they'll have 18,000 articles written by Game Rant and The Gamer, and then it's like the Switch 2 kind of shit. where they'd have to be saying before every single thing, there will be no news about. And so I think they've gotten in. This is all just me speculating, but you read the tea leaves a little bit, and I think they just figured it was better corporate policy to not talk about it. It's not like they talked about Demon Souls before it was remade. As far as I know, and Demon Souls was obviously a lot less successful in general, being stuck on the PS3. So yeah, 100%. I wish it received PS4 Pro patch is still the weirdest one. That's when the game was only a year old. That's when Japan Studio still existed. So in what world do you not give it a PS4 Pro patch? That's the real one I focus on. Where I'm like, that doesn't make fucking sense. It just doesn't. I don't get it. I can't square that up in my mind of why you wouldn't do that. Why wouldn't you want a 4K Bloodborne to sell your PS4 Pro? I don't get it, That one's inexplicable, unfortunately. Now, the ones after that I get because it had been a while. I think it had been long enough that they're like, well, now we want to make fucking money from it. It's not enough to just update it for PS5 to sell consoles, which I guess they could have done at the time. That would have been like, hey, you want to play Bloodborne at 60 FPS? Well, we'll give you one, but maybe it would have pissed people off that they were limiting it to PS5. I don't know. But yes, in an ideal world, we would get a PS5 Pro patch. Or not a PS5 Pro. A PS5 patch at all. I would love if they snapped their fingers and that shit was 60 FPS the next day. Absolutely. But I talk more from just the business sense of why they don't do that. Because I think that's the better way to understand Sony. Of any of in the gaming landscape, Nintendo, you're never gonna know what they're gonna do. Like, fuck that. That's Nintendo being weird. They do weird shit, and we love them for it. And they're also really anti-competitive and kind of shitty, but they're weird. Sony is pretty by the books. We would like to make money, and we will do the conservative things that allow us to make money. Like, I don't know. I just don't see it as that complicated. And so Bloodborne is on that list because they read the spreadsheets, and the spreadsheets say that Bloodborne Remastered would sell like hotcakes because it would. So I don't know. We'll see. Eventually, the dream will be real. Because hell, they're not dumb. They see it trending like every fucking day. I don't know. It's either people go between saying they're so dastardly and evil and masterminds at keeping Bloodborne away from us, or they're the dumbest company alive for not giving us Bloodborne. And I'm like, I think it... Oh, God, not the Winter Lanterns. Oh, fuck my ass. Oh, can I drop down here? Can I drop? No! Oh, I lived. I lived, bitch. Although, I didn't really want the lead elixir. That was kind of stinky. Oh, did I get past the lantern? I think I did. Nice. Dude, why does this area give you bloodstone shards? Oh, hey. It should give me chunks. Fucking shards? Is this because they think we're like upgrading weapons at this point? Or like new weapons or second weapons? Miyazaki, get on the phone. Let me know. Give me the deets. Why are you dropping bloodstone shards? Fuck you! Oh, okay, it is here. I did not realize it was here. Yeah, I mean, it's really just that people would love to see it, I think it's such a beautiful game that I wish everyone could experience on mobile phones, smart fridges. I would love it to be everywhere if I had my way. Got the message from Concord versus Astrobot. I don't think that's really connected. I think Astrobot is a really great platformer that mixed a bunch of Sony IP that was really I mean, really, at its core, it was a fun platformer and a good game. And Concord, while not being a bad game, was sort of just, well, it's kind of a hero shooter, but that's it. Like, it wasn't different enough. There wasn't something that set it apart, where Astrobot was like, this thing is fucking sick, and it's fun, and it looks awesome, and it's like this big nostalgia fest bash. And so I guess I don't see the crossover there. Yeah, I think Concord was just kind of like, it wasn't special enough, but I think people make it into a whole much bigger thing than it really needs to be. They make it into like a culture war thing, and I'm like, all right, let's relax. It's not a culture war thing. It's literally, it was a game that just, it didn't find an audience, you know, because what was the difference maker? They didn't really have one. If it came out 5 years prior, maybe, but, and I'm not even in the shooter space. You know, I used to play Call of Duty way long ago, and Halo was probably the biggest shooter I was ever really into. Yeah, I mean, a good platformer versus like a 10th hero shooter, like, yeah, I mean, the platformer's going to win because platformers are not like massively dominant anymore. So I think it does come out as just being more unique in the current landscape, where Concord was kind of like, well, like for me, I was like, well, graphically it looks cool. Runs decently well. The shooting looks fine. I don't know. I mean, that just as like an outside observer, I was like, I don't know, it looks perfectly okay. And that's kind of the problem, you know? It was fine. It's just fine. And in this landscape, and then, well, they also charge $40 for it. And I think there you misread the room quite a bit, where it was very much like, well, free to play is kind of where we're at. So, okay, I need you to do your big jump where you then let me get a nice smack on your, there you go. Okay, the black thing's not helping me here. I'm gonna be real with you. Big amygdala. Ow, bitch. Can't see break your fucking legs. Ow! God, I got caught in the wind cycle. Or spin cycle. I've never been a big fan of amygdala. I can't see shit. Yeah, I know you can like get him to jump over and over. Just do your fucking... Okay, well your arms are everywhere. So... yeah, I'm not doing good with the timing on that. Oh, that was a grab. Oh, shit. Fuck. Also just not good at using the... because I can't see your fucking head. God. You're too big. Damn it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was alive. Well, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's the blood splatter system. Yeah, well, so they're not remaking Horizon Zero Dawn, they're remastering it, which is still not needed. I think it's a bit of a waste of money and time, but at least they're letting you upgrade for $10 if you already own it. That's nice. It's still an unneeded product, but, you know, it is what it is. It's just like... because I also think it's not an equivalent thing. If I think people assume it's a zero-sum game of, okay, so we had Guerrilla and one other developer or something like that, a co-developer, on the side work on Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. It's not our main project. It's not, and they go, well, because that happened, that means Bloodborne couldn't happen. And like, no, I mean, that's not how anything works. Like, that's a different developer under the PlayStation Studios banner, and that studio was not going to be the one to work on Bloodborne, generally. I mean, they would give it to Nixxes or Bluepoint, two studios they own. like, or Asobi. I mean, because they were made up of former Japan studios. So like, I don't know. I think people get a little too into that, where it's like it's not a zero-sum game. And they go, yeah, well, because they paid for Concord, that's why they couldn't do Bloodborne. It's like, well, I mean, logically, no, that doesn't add up. So, okay. Oh, well, I mean, actually, it makes more sense that it was done by Nixxes. Well, then, I mean, okay, then the argument is a little bit like, all right, I would have preferred Nixxes to work on something else. We have Raiden X. What do you think about Moist Critical saying Sony would rather make a show/movie about Bloodborne than a remaster/new game? I mean, I guess there he's just saying his opinion. He's not basing it on any sort of info, because I don't think there's any info to really back that up, other than like Sony likes making shows off their IP, which is true, but I don't think that means they're going to make a show off all of their IP. If anything, if they do a Bloodborne movie, then that makes the likelihood of a Bloodborne remaster insanely more likely. Like, yeah, I mean, I think that's okay that he has the opinion that they're more likely to do that. But I would say I'd flip that a little bit and say if they are likely to do that, if they do it at all, a TV show or a movie on Bloodborne, then from the Sony perspective, there's no reason why they wouldn't do a re-release to time up with that. There's no way. Like, no, see, that's also not true, where they say, oh, Bloodborne is like spaghetti code. Like, no, not really. That was just another thing that came out of someone at some point said that on the internet. But that's not true either. It's as spaghetti coded as any of their other games. So, no. That's not the issue. It was just said by someone at some point. But are you planning to fix the multiplayer? Oh, I mean, I have nothing to do with that. I also have nothing to do with the emulator development, which is the real people doing it. So, yeah. Literally own a PS3 for Metal Gear Solid 4 and Demon Souls. Based. At least Metal Gear Solid 4 is coming back soon in an official format. You know, Konami finally with their, I think they're going to do the part 2 of their re-release whatever stuff, and that's where Metal Gear Solid 4 is going to be part of it. Which it's been off on its PS3 island for quite a while. And so that's one that is definitely needed to be put elsewhere. Yeah, Master Collection 2, yeah. Yeah, I think that's one where it'll be really popular because it's just been stuck on PS3. Yeah. Yeah, that's one where, like, Konami, it does seem like Konami's kind of changed their attitude. Like, I'm not a big Metal Gear Solid person. I played the, like, first one and some of 2. But I respect Metal Gear Solid. And for a while, they just didn't really do much with it. And then Metal Gear Solid Survive, and obviously all the stuff with Kojima. And so I followed, like, that. I never lit this? So I followed the saga. But it does seem like the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, at least from what I've seen in the reactions of people who really love the game, and the people who've actually gone out there to play the remake in like a closed door setting, it does seem like the opinions so far are pretty good. I'm happy to see that they have a classic filter where it'll look like the PS2 game, instead of, by default, it is changing the color tone. So, yeah, a PS3 for Demon Souls. Yeah, I would do that. If you can get a really cheap PS3, Demon Souls is worth it. Big fan. Okay, well, I'm going to end the stream here. I've played for a while, I feel like. My throat is sore because I have not drank enough water while I was yapping. I enjoyed this greatly, as per usual. Thank you for everyone tuning in. And the next stream will be Dark Souls 2. I don't know when it'll be, but, you know, it's in the current kind of every few days or something, you know. I hope to have it be early again. I kind of like the earlier stream. That worked well. Because then I get done earlier. I can finish more things after the stream. Maybe I'm less tired. I don't know. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys tuning in on Twitch or YouTube. So the next, well, the next thing I'll put out is just going to be a video on something. God knows what it'll be. But I appreciate you watching. I love you all, except for Carl. I hate Carl. I don't know where you are, Carl, but fuck you. No, Carl, you're fine. You got to stop drinking, though. Now I'm just saying things. Okay, none of this means anything. But yeah, have fun, and I shall see you later.